Oh, I already worked at the beef ball place twice. So we're done there. Now we're just trying to hang out with him and work that social link. Ah, I saw you were playing Nekopara. Good work, noob. Additionally, noob, whenever you want your fruit, I got you cherries, apples, oranges, peaches, coconuts, whatever you need, I got them already for you. In Animal Crossing, obviously. That's a weird sound. Maybe let's stand not there. Jesus, that was like a borderline sexual moan we just had in my left ear. Guess I'll just watch a movie at home. Wish I could help you, Krios, but I'm a Peaches Town myself. I'll just finish the DVD I have upstairs. We bought so many turnips. I'll do that on Sunday this week. Ah yes, Bubbly Hills, let's watch it. You got peaches from your mom? Alright, well I got the rest of the fruit you need. It's a show about young adults set in the ritzy upscale neighborhood of Bubbly Hills. Whoa, is this what high schoolers are like overseas? Don't get any ideas, alright? American high school. Oh, Den of Sin. Den of Sin. Maybe I learned a few things about charm. I hope so. I got my ants. I need to figure out flies now. I haven't seen flies around the rotten turnip. Maybe I'll put like an empty can and a boot next to it and see if that helps with flies. I still need to get a stupid, scorpion. I need to get a scorpion. That's because the American school system is terrible. I want to ask you something. Oh, she's talking on her own. He grew conscious. Oh, you'll join the fold eventually, don't worry. You watched Beastars Season 1? Matt, you beat me. I'm still watching Beastars. So don't spoil Beastars, I'm only on episode 8. I watched that with my friend, so it's slow going. It's every once in a while we watch an episode. Why are there no social links available? I am confused. There's a pollen warning. Allergies are bad right now. I guess I don't have any social links I could do at the moment. Alright, I want to work on kindness, so maybe we'll go work at the flower shop. You can tell it's 100% a furry thing. I mean, it has anthropomorphic animals in it. Is anything with anthropomorphic animals a furry thing? Robin Hood with the fox? Is that a furry thing too? I'll work here. I said I'll work, damn it. Oh yeah, no, Dio is an absolute piece of shit for sure. Yeah, is Zootopia a furry thing? I'll do everything myself today, so you can just observe and learn the ropes.
よろしくね。
Let's begin. That apron suits you. Here's your pay for today. $32.
お疲れ様。
Good work, Chris. Come back again when you have the time. There's no rabbit porno mags in Zootopia that you know about. No, Biscotti. I got 3,200 yen, which is about $32. Again, that you know about. Zootopia, we don't see that side of society, but the fact that there are babies means they're banging.
帰るとするが。
Always keep that in mind, even when you're playing the most innocent game. If you're playing Animal Crossing, you have a mother. That means there's fucking in that world. Hello, this is the manager of Orinobeko. Apologies for the short notice, but would you mind coming into work today? Yeah, if I have nothing else to do, maybe. Jagger's 16, he's poor. Yeah, well actually he has $520 at the moment, so he's doing not too bad. Yeah, Wii Sports, there's no mention of parents and no mention of children. So you're safe there. But everywhere else, just by the virtue of there being families, that means it's possible. That's your deep thought for the day. Or I guess for the night. Alright, we could work on Sojiro. We're not gonna rank up though, which is a shame. I don't think my bond with Sojiro deepened just yet. Right now, it's receiving a call from an unknown number. I think we could keep on working on him. I don't think we've hit the wall yet that requires the plot to catch up. Let's do it. Your cat loves watching Fire Emblem Three Houses and Bloodborne. Cat has good taste. Sojiro's guidance is extremely precise. I did just as he told me. Maybe there's a way to make sure Sojiro has a good time. That's right, I have something Sojiro might like. Considering Sojiro, I feel like he may appreciate something useful to him. Small fan with a bright Sakura pattern. None of these are good for him, I don't think. Maybe I shouldn't give any gifts for now. Forgot, we have to start buying some gifts. Your neighbor has a cat mafia? Tell me more. Guess I'll work on charm here. Oh, you have like a territorial cat gang, I gotcha. The ABCs of picking up ladies. Picture of the author. That smug grin just irritates me. Oh, I didn't realize how long you've been reading. How far did you get? I got to the portion on negging, but I don't know what it means still. Your dad and you call it the Cat Mafia? It's a good name for it. Oh boy, everyone wants to see me. I'm blowing up. Your parents are more dog people, so since your brother's cat died, you've been getting dogs? I love dogs, personally. I think I want to see how Shiho's doing. Do you think you could spare some time to talk to me before I head over there? I could do it right now if that works for you. Alright, so we could rank up with Anne. We'll decide that later, though. I'm gonna make progress on my research, thanks to you. Could you come in? My bond with him is gonna go up as well. And, of course, the very sexy doctor. It didn't let me know if my bond was going to go up there or not. Alright, I think I'll do the new character. You just prefer cats? That's fair. Alright, let's go rank up this weird guy. Thank you, I really appreciate your help. How about we talk outside today? We can meet up in the courtyard, maybe. See you there. You're the only one that takes care of him? Well, Speen-kun, I just found out how scary cats can be, despite their cuteness. What are you talking about? Oh, it happened on my way to school this morning. I spotted a kitten that had gotten itself stuck up in a tree. I tried rescuing since I felt bad for it, but I ended up with just getting claw marks across my face, apparently. I had no idea cat's claws were so sharp. Talk about a reward. Is the command list changed for the Whisper Stream? Yes, it is a distinct entity.
Let us sit about and speak feverishly.
It's all about whispering stuff.
Into the wee hours
Like MacLeod whispering creepily into our ears.
of the higher plane.
That's true, but I was able to rescue the kitten, so all's well that ends well. Get out of here. I accidentally opened a weird tab. Very creepy, right? I personally prefer stuff like... There it is, the sound of a campfire outside. That's true, but I was able to rescue the kitten, so all's well that ends well. All I really have to do is make sure to put antibiotics on the scratches anyway. Let's move on and talk about a different kind of pain. We discussed this for a bit last time we talked. Actually, the pain felt within one's heart, specifically when they get their dick stuck in a toaster oven. There are all sorts of ways to identify and diagnose physical injuries and illnesses, but when it comes to pains of the heart, we're working in unknown territory. There's so much we haven't learned yet. Treating trauma sure is difficult when it's invisible. If only we could somehow directly reduce its emotional pain in a healthy way, like putting antibiotics on a scratch. Is that what you're researching? Oh, how astute of you. As a matter of fact, you're not too far off the mark. Unfortunate as it may be, we all know there's no topical medicine that can properly heal a heartache. Not only that, psychological issues are even more complex. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Oh, Splain-kun, woe is me. Trust the doctor, confide in the doctor. My heart is in such pain, it's like I'm being pierced through the chest. Star! How is it going? Thank you so much for the raid. I promise no one will be beaten as long as we all, play it cool, alright? Ori and the Will-O-Wisps, how is it? Tell me all about it. And thank you very much for that shout out, Krios. Everybody, welcome to the Late Night Whisper stream where we get real chill, we whisper, and we play Persona 5 The Royal. Oh, Moist. Very good name. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Kaifu Daddy, welcome to the Shake the Box family. We're happy to have you here. I'm doing alright. Just, working our way through Persona one day at a time. I have such a torturous burning deep inside of me. Are you okay? Sorry, that was a poor attempt at acting. Please don't look at me like that. If someone would be so kind as to hit that links command for our new friends, just in case anyone wants to hang out in our very, very active Discord. But, basically what I'm getting at is, our own emotional pain is the only kind that we could fully comprehend. Thank you very much, Pope Bylons. Close, Krios, I do appreciate the locks, though. That seems obvious, right? But it's absolutely vital to understand. A person's heart, their pain, cannot be seen. Don't worry, Tenumumu. I'll try not to have you get beaten. Is there a locks command? If you send me a reminder. Even if they spent their whole lives expressing it to others, there's no way for them to truly grasp it. You know I had a Twitter. I barely use it. I'm trying to get better at using Twitter. It's not like we can directly look at their hearts and remove the root causes of their pain. But for me to do any good in that area, I need to conduct further research into the heart. More specifically, I need to learn how the heart reacts to the world around it. That's the first stepping stone to a breakthrough in the field. That and super science, probably. Once that's been figured out, we'll not only comprehend psychological pains that were once unknowable, but we'll even be able to perform more effective treatments for those people with wounded hearts. You're so kind. Only one for that, huh? Haha, I'm no saint. I just want to do my job well. If we can get rid of people's pain, that'd be for the best, right? I'm no fan of pain myself. Pensive stare. On the other hand, people have laughed off my idea of just being a silly, pointless dream, and I can't say I blame them. Ooh, what kind of cereal you getting? Tell me all about it. But still, you take the time to listen to what I have to say, and you actually try to understand. Thanks to you, I can tell I'm actually getting somewhere with my theories. It's almost like I'm not your therapist, and instead, you're just kind of doing my work for me, and I'm just kind of here, being paid by the school. But let's not worry about that. How can I phrase it? I guess I could say you're making this hazy, hard-to-grasp idea finally appear before me. Bonita, Kels beats you if you don't raid. Kels, Bonita didn't raid. Beat him later. Or her. Or them. Beat them. You know, you could very well become a counselor yourself. Say, would you like to try being my assistant? Of course, I'm on a shoestring budget, so I won't be able to pay you. That sounds fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Bonita. I take it back. Don't beat Bonita. Bonita is deserving of love and not beatings. Unless you're into beatings, in which case, you know, consensual beatings for those that are looking for that. Surprisingly eager. Maybe you really will become a skilled counselor in the future. Or some kind of master thief, one or the other. Joking aside, I truly am grateful for your assistance. Thank you, Splain. Good. I can sense Maruki's gratitude for me. Stitches get stitches, very good.
Yes.
Alright, rank 4, more experience, no cool ability, unfortunately. So how is Ori and the Will-O-Wisps? Is it a good game? Let's put a pin in that for today, shall we? I hope you'll lend an ear again when we've got more time to spare. Now, I know you've been waiting for this, so let's get to the mental training. Thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
Yes.
Oh hey, we got more SP, that's nice. Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right? We got a Happy Pop, that's good. Alright, be careful on your way home. Oh, it's really good? You've watched the game on different streams at least 9 times? Tenumanu. That sounds like a very good game. Is it kind of like a Metroidvania-esque game? It's like the original Ori, but closer to Hollow Knight in difficulty, but not as difficult as Hollow Knight. Alright, well that tells me a lot about it, actually. So they kind of like upped the Metroidvania elements of the first game. I've heard a lot of comparisons to the Hollow Knight. It's a platformy, wahey, puzzly movie thing. Thank you, very descriptive. Splade, good. Do you have a moment? Today got pretty one-sided. I just ended up rambling again and wasting your time. This keeps happening. I'm kind of the worst therapist on the planet. I should have asked this sooner, but is this leaving you with any mental fatigue? Is your schoolwork being affected? I'm struggling now. I feel completely fine. It's very beautiful and the music is good too. Oh, nice. Reese's Puffs? Oh, Krios. That's in my, top 5 cereals right there. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I'm the kind of person that if there's a box of cereal and it's like, hey, do you know that candy? That candy you eat? It's a cereal now. Oreo O's, Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs, Nutter Butter cereal. Like, if you just make a candy into a delicious puffed rice treat and you pour milk over it, count me in. Some exceptions. Whoever decided to make Sour Patch Kids into a cereal might be history's greatest monster. I'm not 100% on that yet, but they might be literal Hitler. I'm still trying to decide if they're that bad, but that cereal makes me want to die on the inside when I eat that. Really? Thank goodness. I was worried. Not every guy wants a middle-aged weirdo rambling to them about a bunch of philosophical abstracts, especially when they are your mandated therapist at a high school. I feel like that makes it just another degree worse. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's hard to whisper for a long time without getting a little bit flubby on your lines. Need to try SPK cereal? No, Sour Patch Kids cereal's real bad. Like, oh my god. The Jolly Rancher cereal is, if you took that and you lowered it, the volume on the Sour Patch Kids down to like a 6. That's a little bit more palatable. I was worried. Not every guy. Oh, I just read that. Moving on. I know it's asking a lot, but it'd be great if we could keep... What? Oh, the station. Sorry, I think this tourist needs help. I'd better go. Hold on, Shinjuku Station, and you... Oh, you've got no money, Just hang up on that man. The bot is passively aggressively arguing for the right cause. You know the bot is a monster. With no proper allegiance. Alright, can't rake up with Sojiro. It doesn't help that this is also a late night tipsy whisper this time. I did have a little bit of a drinky winky earlier today. By earlier today, I mean roughly 45 minutes ago. And it's certainly been processed in my body and turning me into a tipsy person. Unadorned original Cheerios, I mean, that's fine. Cheerios are good. Alright, if we can't rank up with him by hanging out, and we only get 1, I'd rather do some kindness here. Do a little cleanup. Raisin Bran, if I had more raisins, you need to get like the quadruple scoop. There we go, same amount of kindness as hanging out with him apparently. I should also work on coffee brewing, that would also get us the same amount. And then we get a coffee. Shardingus is chaotic neutral. Shardingus is all states at all times. Oh, that looks pretty good. Hey, this looks pretty nice. I didn't help at all, but I'm here to judge. All clean. That helped your kindness. Raisin Bran, oops, all raisins. That might be too much raisins. Other than delicious candies that were turned into cereal, like Cookie Crisp, that's another very good one. I also enjoy fruity cereals. It's been getting pretty humid lately, huh? But it's time like these when you just gotta push through the funk. Don't let the weather get to you. Well, that was the plan anyway. Then I got police officers asking what I was up to. Do I really look that suspicious? Alright, the game's kinda lampshading this guy now. I'm not sure if I want to stick with my secret villain theory at this point. But speaking of looks, or maybe that's just a feint. Maybe I should stick with it. I'm sticking with it. I'm not gonna back down. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, very good cereal, I agree there. Have any of you ever seen someone you thought was cute and immediately decided they must be nice too? That thought process is totally normal, if not always accurate. There's even a name for it. Any guesses, Spleen Good? You think raisins are overrated? Most people don't like raisins. The halo effect, right? Alright, I'm ready to use the internet here. What do you think the name of this phenomenon is? The internet seems to think it's very much the halo effect. Man, Pope, you're ahead of the game. You did it without context. Correct, I'm surprised you knew. I was like, I'll ask Pope what she means about the halo effect in a moment. You get distracted by superficial qualities, and your broader perception of someone can get biased. Once you get that far, it's hard to make totally objective judgments. Like, that person is quiet, so they must be scary. Stuff like that. Gold raisins, yes, those are good. Dr. Murky has a good face? Yes, of course Dr. Murky has a good face. Yeah, you wrote the halo effect. I read it out loud. I'm like, yeah, I'll ask her what she means about that after I finish this little segment. Turns out you're giving me the answer. Well, thank you for the answer. Whoa, he actually knew that? You must be really smart to be able to answer questions like that, and somehow it made you smarter because you already knew it? Don't ask questions. Halo effect isn't all bad, but I recommend you give people the chance to define themselves instead of making snap judgments. After all, it'd be a shame if your bias has kept you from noticing something truly wonderful about someone, right? Chat's getting weird. Plenty of terrible people look perfectly decent on the outside. But Lady Anne looks perfect, and she is perfect. Don't be creepy, cat. I really thought for a second they were gonna double guilt trip me for mementos. Can I check what mementos missions I have here without having to go to the hideouts? I don't think I can. I think I only have the one mementos mission. I feel like I want to collect a few more before we actually go in there. Sorry, I giggled because I saw Mongoose 420 again. God, we have such a good team. Do you not know what a ring gag is? Is that what you're asking about? Wait, I won't weigh in on this, I'll just kinda hang out and let you guys figure it out. Just do it in incognito mode? No, don't be a coward. Do it on your parents' computer, that way you have a record. If you ever want to check on what you did earlier, you know where to go. It doesn't say I'm gonna rank up with Takemi, so maybe we'll pop in there and see. She did text us the other day. Feels like my day off because I don't have many patients today. But it's raining, so I'm making an influx of people with colds. So what are you here for today? That's because you're worldly, noob. You're a man of the world. I want to do a clinical trial. I don't think my bond will deepen just yet. Well, we might as well make progress with it. Oh yeah, now we're Mongoose 420. I don't remember, so it makes me laugh every time now. She's pleased she was able to collect a whole lot of data. Alright, next time we come, Goth Doctor will be ranked up. Two. My exhibition ends tomorrow. Madarame must have had his change of heart by now, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. So far, nobody's come charging at us with anything, right? But wouldn't he wait to press charges until after the exhibition? What should we do if someone contacts us about it tomorrow? Try asking Yosuke. He's still staying with Madarame, right? Oh, that's right. Where is Yosuke? I wonder if he'll be okay with Madarame. Sorry, I'm late to contact you all. It seems something will certainly be happening tomorrow. Madarame is on the phone as we speak. With who? Likely the media. I haven't heard anything in this conversation about pressing charges. Guess we just gotta wait then. Let us meet in Shibuya tomorrow. Alright, see you then. She got a lot of data. Oh, did it stop raining? Damn. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I wanted to go to the bathhouse while it was raining. There we go. My god, look at all the stickers in this place. That plastic stool is $30? That is outrageous. That is theft. And that plastic trash bin is $30? It's almost like they had one graphic for a price and they just used it for everything. Meanwhile, that boombox is only $30. And that vase is $30. Everything's $30. What a great store. Alright, let's brew some coffee. Actually, instead, let's finish our DVD. Now I can return and get a new one. It's like a 99-cent store, but with $30. The worst dollar store offshoot. It's a drama about romantic hijinks in upscale bubbly hills. No way, he can't date her if he already has a girlfriend. So we finished watching Bubbly Hills 90210, huh? Maybe you learned a thing or two about charm. Oh, come on, I want to get another rank. Oh, is this some kind of pointed message for me here, Chris? My fidelity is already taken care of. We've agreed. I will only date one character in this game. At some point, we'll play Catherine to experience the life of a cheater. And why did they put him on the side of a fucking skyscraper?
私は画家としてあるまじき罪を犯しました。世に言うその盗作を私は我が国の美術界にもそして左右にも皆様にどうお詫びを。
It's such a wholesome concept when you get right down to it. Like, if you strip everything away, this game is... The world is a bad place. What if we can go inside people's minds and force them to admit they did bad things and be better people.
マダラメ氏は盗作の事実を教会に申告した後、警察からの出頭要請に応じたとのことです。
前テレビ
It's
出
an
てな
important
かった
public statement.
マダラメ氏は教え子らへの虐待容疑に加え、無断で作品を自作と偽って発表していた疑いがあるほか、代表作さよりに関する盗難被害の届
You
け
like to think Byless trading in 3 houses is a 24-hour immersive course? No breaks.
大掛かりな違法行為に美術界では衝撃が走って、
あのじいさん終わったね。
氏は会見後、身柄を警察に移される予定でしたが、高齢を考慮され、
See, this is when you're supposed to call into the media and say the Phantom Thieves take responsibility.
簡易鑑定では精神に異常はなく、責任能力はあるとの見方を示しています。
そんなジジイに優しくすることないのに。
なんで自分からバラしたわけ？ありえなくね？
また、市の古典に
There you
を
go.
名乗る何者かが不審な声明文を貼り出したとの情報があり、警察では容疑を特定しない形で関連を調べることにしています。
Suspects in this man who confessed to crimes.
泥棒とじいさんの土下座となんか関係あんの？
あー、聞いたことある怪盗団。悪い心を盗むんだって。だから犯人自分から謝罪しちゃうって話。心盗むって何？できなくないそんなの。
Is it female
俺も
pedestrian?
なんかネットで見た気すんな。確か予告状だ
That's
けは回っ
right,
てた
male
覚えたっぽい
pedestrian.
あなたのハートいただきます。
You can't both be named male
マジでそんな
pedestrian.
やついたらすげえわ。
You should be pedestrian in glasses.
怪盗団ね
Alright, I thought that said pheasant boy for a
怪
second.
盗団。
We all know that's not a pleasant boy.
見た見たまだ
We
の
know
ニュ
who
ー
that
ス
is.
鴨志田の時と同じだ
怪盗のこともちゃんと言われてた。
けどよ面白くなってきたな
Just because I love complaining about
狙
this,
った通りに
I'm gonna
返してん
complain
だ
about it again.
この力マジで見返すどころか
Everyone around them
世の中
just
大
saw
騒ぎ
the
に
same
なるんじゃね
announcement. They're all aware of the announcement, and now we have these people 5 feet away, talking at full, standard conversational volume, out loud saying that they are in fact the Phantom Thieves. Like, Ryuji is stupid. He's a bad Phantom Thief. This'll be fun.
ガンガンやってやろうぜ
They have to do this so they can get
どんどん広まってかね
the
えかな
best girl. I
二度
understand.
目ってのもでかいぜ。こんな偶然普通ねえからな。続けていけば絶対みんなに勇気与えられる気がする。
See, again, they're all stupid because they have a text chain.
少し静かにした方が良さそうだ。
They have no regard for security and privacy here.
君たちちょっといいかな。
はーい。何かご用でしょうか。
My god, Ryuji's shirt is great though.
しびれる棒読み具合だぜ。
何してるの？どういう友達？
We're delinquents. We wanted some tea.
本当か？こんなところでお茶もないだろうが。
今からどこ行こうかって。
まあ今日はいいけどね。あまり遅くならないうちに解散しなさいね。変な事件も多いし、例の画家のニュースで騒しいしね。
気をつけまーす。
昼間っからよあいつら暇なんじゃね
あんなアドリブやめてよ。焦ったし。今まで以上に警戒した方がいいぜ。第二の怪盗騒ぎが巻き起こってる最中。
That's a healthy
前回と
distrust
今回
mode.
の被害者が合ってるわけだしな。まさか会話聞かれたりとか。
平気だよこの人混みだ気にしてんのは俺たちだけ
I kind of want Ryuji's shirt. I don't know what PAF stands for, but the screaming smiley face
怪
is
しい
pretty
やつが
good.
どうのとか言ってたじゃん
それが問い詰めてはみたんだが、奴は自分に何が起きたかさえ理解していない。
私らに欲望を取られたこと実際に見たわけじゃないん
Oh,
だ
you
よ
think they
ね
should have their secret meetings about being supernatural thieves in a private location? That's crazy talk.
つかお前これからどうすんの？
あの家を出るよ。あんな場所ではもう絵は描けない。
当てあるの？
学生寮がある。美術家特待生の俺は無償でいいそうだ。
特待生？
Alright, I got a weird thing I want to point out here. Now, our very pretty artist friend, his shoulders and his feet are pointing toward Ryuji, right? And his face is pointing toward Ryuji. Is his pelvis pointing toward us, though? It's kind of weird.
高巻さんの家でもいい。
はあ？
いつでも
Looks like he's kind of twisted toward us in the middle.
バカ。
まあ、ユウスケも一人になっていつでも集まりやすくなったけどな。
ひとまずは事件経過について様子見だ。
For real.
それにまだらめ級の大物ってなると時間も多少かかりそうだしよ。
とにかくおとなしく学園生活しつつ次のターゲット見つけよう。リュウジ、また頼むぜ。
それまでは準
Seen
備
you
だな。
naked for sides.
北川祐介。
Protagonist is like, uh-oh.
"鈴井志保に続いてまた面識の浅い他人のためにやったっていうの？
Thought
二
that
度も
was
追い
canon.
返されて通報までされかけて、そんな相手を上がり込んでまで助けたわけ？しかも
Isn't that a
城の
choice you
次
can
は
make?
美術
Whether or
館。
not you agree to
宝を
that?
盗めば心が入れ替わるなんて妄言、まだいい人好きなのね。
It's the truth.
いいわ。そんな話出任せなら仲間と口裏合わせだってできないはず。新しく加わった仲間のことを話しなさい。意地なんて張るのは無意味よ。自分の立場を悪くするだけ。まだらめのたった一
You
人の
enjoy the
門
early
下生なん
parts
て
of the game with
調べればす
Sai-san?
ぐにわかることよ。
Go right ahead.
仲間は売らないって言いたいわけ？
I ain't no snitch.
いいわ。聞きたいことはたくさんあるから。この頃からよね。怪盗団人気
Oh,
に火が
totally
つき
agree.
始
The
めた
framing device of the
ネットに嘘
interrogation
が溢れて、
is
自分
awesome
にも
and
予告状が
perfect.
届いただの、怪盗に助けられただの、情報収集の手間が10倍になったわよ。本当に勘弁してほしかったわ。次の標的はこの男、金城純也。この男は今までの2人とはわけが違う。警察も手を焼いてた本物よ。こんな悪党をどうやって落としたの？聞かせて。
How did you make this very wanted criminal admit to his crimes?
容疑者は覚えていないなどと意味不明の供述を繰り返しており、警察では精神鑑定を行い、犯行の経緯や動機の解明を進めるとのことです。
You skip all of Hanneman's
囚人学園
cutscenes.
の鴨志田、そして今回のまだらめ、共通点がいくつか見つかっています。突発的な心変わりの直前に予告状が送られていたり。
なるほどね。だが一連の精神暴走事件と関連づけるのは
I don't like doing police work.
そもそも君が踏み込めば警察がいい顔しないだろ
う。縄張りだのメンツだのにこだわってる場合じゃ。ここ 2,3 年の間に起きた事件を関連づけて調査すべきです。
分かった、任せる。日々の業務に支障をきたさぬ範囲でな。
ありがとうございます。
It's fun that they give you just enough peeks into the investigation growing around you that you don't get the full story, but you get to enjoy, like, the encroaching threat around the main characters. It's all very well done. Look at this, a loser. Sounds like he might be in on it. What was that noise? Still connected. Alright. I don't know what that weird sound was, but it seems like we're fine. You have my gratitude. What are you so polite for all of a sudden? I truly am thankful for you, for making me come to my senses. Double checking. Yeah, everything's still working. That's weird. I don't know why Windows made that noise. Oh, maybe it finished installing the Surge 2. The Xbox games thing is weird. I truly am thankful to you for making me come to my senses. My senses. You're exaggerating. Come on, type faster, why don't you? I most certainly am not. I must express my gratitude earnestly. You're one of us now, man. We'll be counting on you, okay? Of course. And if anything comes up, we won't hesitate to lend a hand. Oh, thank you. Well, see ya. You have to go through all that trouble just to thank us? He's such an honest guy. Anyways, that went well for our first job, huh? It was a huge success. So that said, you got time after this? For what? Well, the thing is, I got some free tickets to a darts lounge from this guy I know. But I totally forgot that they expire today, so you want to go right now? Oh hell yeah, this is one of the new minigames. Heard you didn't just finish talking about how we need to go be on guard? Come on, it's just darts, don't you want to play too, Morgana? I mean, if you can actually throw anything. If you're just gonna play, then I guess it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's head to this darts lounge.
Oh yeah!
Place is, in Kichijoji, so we gotta take the train first. I don't think I've been to Kichijoji. I've never been there before, in real life or this video game. What, for real? There's a bunch of different shops right outside the station there. It's just one stop away from Shibuya. Let's head there now. Interesting, that means I would have ridden past it. I have passed Shibuya in multiple directions, so I definitely would have passed the station they're talking about. These stairs will take you there, alright. I'll add this to my list. I'm determined to, next time I visit Tokyo, to go on a bit of a Persona 5 pilgrimage and try and, like, specifically visit all the Persona 5 locations that are based on real places. I figured out what it is. Good lord. My external drive has a very weak connection these days, and if I even brush the cable, it'll disconnect and reconnect 100 times. Now we're heading to an area that's outside of where your commuter pass works, so make sure you have the fare. Sleep well, Starkels. Have a very pleasant night and pleasant dreams. See you next time. Thank you again for the raid. Very kind. I hope the late night whisper stream made you sleepy, because that's what we're here for. We try and put people to sleep as best we can. The Skull Commuter Train Pass will allow you to go to free locations like Yonge and Jaya, Shibuya, and a bunch of other places, but everywhere else you have to pay. Easy peasy. Those two. Oh, interesting. In the original game, this location is not there, and our tail definitely didn't follow us there. Oh, so this is Kichijoji, huh? Darts are overpowered. I'm excited to check out darts. I'm very excited for the new content. That's where I really light up with this one. Like, I'm enjoying the replay of the stuff that's the same, but the new bits are like, oh, what's going on? You can tell it's nothing like Shibuya just from the atmosphere alone. Yeah, I've never been here in real life, but I'm definitely going to. Well, yeah, looks like there's a lot of shops here that you can't find in Shibuya. Not that I'd really know. Seems interesting. Oh, it's got your attention now, huh? Anne's not here because she's busy, but I bet it'd be fun to come here with some more people. I think the Darts Lounge is 1 block up from the main street. But since we're here, I won't say no to checking out a bunch of other shops on the way. Oh sweet, it's like an entire area we could wander? Kinda like Akihabara. Ingrid's your most overrated character? Oh, is the most overrated character. Is she? I feel like she's not a character I hear people talking about terribly often. It's interesting that they built in a tailing segment for this. Advancing Makoto's suspicions of us here.
Konnichiwa. Oi, どうしますか?
What would you like to hear about?
それでは.
Please allow me to explain. There are 4 different areas. On the promenade, you can find a fried food shop, a stationery store, secondhand clothing store, and a temple. The ground beef cutlet at the fried food shop is delicious, but you'll have to wait in line. If you take a left at the fried food stall, you'll see Retro Street. Here you can find a selection of chic and sophisticated stores. There's also a jazz club at the end of the alleyway. Sometimes popular singers will go there, and the liveliness is inevitable. Woo, I hope to explain alright. Do you have any other questions? I think I'll be okay. Alright, what we got here? Oh, stationery store. Got plenty of items. Ah, gifts, I see. Tempted just to buy all the gifts. We're eventually gonna need them all. Just catch up on chat here a little bit. All your units made it past the intermediate exam? Well, congratulations. I wonder what kind of gift we can give to Sojiro. I'll just buy them all. There's a reason why my character's broke all the time. I didn't think you'd actually buy something. Did your senses tell you to get one? Make it weird.
No.
Dude, check out that sign in the store. It says bring your Sudi clothing here. Sudi clothes. Let's see what they've got. Welcome, if you're looking to sell clothing. Wait, what's that? Can I take a look at that? Don't worry, I won't steal it. At the secondhand shop you could sell Sudi armor you own. Depending on what the Sudi armor was originally, it may fetch a decent price. For each clothing item you sell, you'll obtain shop points, which can be traded for prizes at the shop. See if you can find something useful. Yeah, I noticed they really upped the amount of Sudi armor we were getting while we were in the dungeons. This guy's reacting to clothing we got from the shadows. Seems he knows what he's talking about. I've been here for 40 years, but I've never seen clothing that makes my heart chill. Alright, I'll buy it, but I'll only buy it for the price it deserves. So we have a point card system here. Each piece of clothing you sell here will get you 10 points. Once you obtain enough points, you can trade them for a prize. So feel free to let us take that clothing off your hands. Not only is he gonna buy them from us, he's gonna give us points for them too. We should definitely come back here. So what can I do for ya? Let me see the prizes. Clothing grab bag. Belt of a swift-footed god. Gives us Auto Masuku. Fast-acting disinfectant. Lowers accuracy evasion for all foes. Cures all non-special ailments for one ally. I mean, the prizes aren't great. Let's see how much money we can get. We have 9 of these things. They actually pay pretty good. Sure. There, made up some of my loss. Now you've got 90 points. Trash the treasure. Alright, that's an interesting new addition. That was a weird kind of store, but I guess it was pretty fun. Yeah, that's what it was. Holy crap, look at the line. I think I saw this store on TV. Looks like their special meat cutler is the most popular item. We only have enough of the special meat cutler for the people in line right now. Try stopping by at nighttime. Interesting. I mean, cutlet shops like this are delicious, so I understand. Oh, there's a temple? When you look it up close, it's quite a sight, huh? I bet having a temple in the shopping district really helps the business. So we can't go there now, but it seems like eventually we will be able to. Oh, is she tailing me again? Yep, there she is. What a coincidence. How inconspicuous. Looks like there's just stores down the side. I love that she did a little loop at the end. Where's she hiding? Alright, where'd you go? She looped back when we got to the end and now I lost her. Broker tracking. Makoto is precious. Alright, she's too good for me. I lost her in the crowd. HP, FP, sorry, SP. We talk about how gross this is. So we got Argonade, contains Argonine, restores 5 SP. Seems fine. Water of Rebirth, blended with Placenta, restores 5 SP to one ally. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Like, I don't think you could put a drink made of human placenta into a vending machine. I think that might be against the law. Kinda creeps me out a little bit. Alright, I want to check out this dumpling. Oh, there you are! She was hiding around the corner. She's so smart. This Nikaman looks so much tastier than the ones at the convenience stores.
Konnichiwa.
Juicy meat, 3, 30, 50, 100 to one ally. Sure, they taste great, but don't really need them. Creepy alleyway. Ooh. I know you guys are very into your Three Houses conversation, but no reaction to a soda blended with human placenta? They're selling that in a vending machine, guys. That's gross. An incense store, dude, I'm telling you, it seems freaking fishy. That's Old Hat? I don't know about that. You've got no interest in incenses, right? Where would you even use it? Listen, the shop's here. Let me buy stuff. Fine. Guess that'll come up later.
No.
Name of that shop matches what's on the free tickets. It says Penguin Sniper. What? Why'd you give one of those doofy birds a gun? Incense is useful later on. Oh, okay. It's not meant to be taken literally. Still, if you're coming up with a good name, well, whatever, let's check it out. Stonian. Power stones are those amulet-like things, right? They've got some weird power or something. Let's check it out. Welcome, please take a look at what we have. I have 8 of these. Stony will transform into various equipment. Oh, these all give you skills. Interesting. I almost got a bloody nose just from looking at those prices. But it looks like they actually had some power in them. We ought to check them out sometime. It will come in handy for the Phantom Thieves. This is the place. Oh man, I'm getting kind of nervous. Oh, you're such a child. Try not to embarrass the rest of us, would you? You don't gotta tell me that. So what's the plan? You wanna head inside? Let's go. You know, quick travel to darts and billiards. Oh, billiards too? You seem to know a lot.
的の真ん中のことをブルズアイって言うのよ。で、そこに当てるのがブル。
Wonder how close this is going to be to the darts in Judgment and the darts in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
0点になったら成功なんだ。
点を稼ぐんじゃなくてゼロにするのか。変わったルールだな。
まず最初に持ち点があるんだよ。
Oh, this is going to be a 6-axis aiming, so not like either of those games.
ぴったり0点になったら成功ってわけ。そっから1点でもずれたらダメだ。どうよ。スリリングで燃えるだろ。
点数の計算とダーツの投げ分けが成功の鍵というわけか。かなりの集中力が求められそうだな。1点だとさ、ほら、もうちょっと腕をまっすぐだな。ところで、リュウジは何を見てんだ？
What you doing over there, Sport?
おお、この張り紙さ、ペアプレイで盛り上がろうだってよ。ペアで交互に投げるんだってさ。さっき言った01のルールでな。なあ、これやってみね。
You better not take us.
言うじゃねえか。俺のダーツ力を見せてやるぜ。
I'm a high school student. All I do is play darts.
うわ、いきなりブルかよ。こりゃテンション上がるぜ。行くぜ。元陸上部をなめんなよ。
So does the Three Houses DLC expand upon the main plot? Or is it kind of a self-contained story?
おお、あんな細いとこによくぞ。リュウジにしてはやるな。
Ah, good underhanded compliment.
あと少しで0点だ。最終ラウンド。
It's a side story. Gotcha.
引き締めてこうぜ。よっしゃー、ぴったり0点。俺ら完璧じゃね。
そう簡単に達成できる
Kind
も
of
んじゃない
surprised they
ぞ。
didn't have me do the
お前
darts.
持ってるな。
And instead, it just occurred in a
い
cutscene.
や、これ面白いわ。責任感つうかプレッシャーがすげえけど、その分やったろうじゃんって気になるぜ。
It's a lead-in. Whoa, look at that. Baton Pass rank 2. we get to play later on. The higher your baton pass rank, the more powerful the effects will be when performing a baton pass. Rank 1, increased damage dealt. Rank 2, increased damage dealt. Heal HP after a baton pass. Rank 3, the first two things, and then also recover SP. You can verify a party member's baton pass rank on the stats screen.
何か掴んだみたいだな。お前らの顔を見ればわかるぜ。
Definitely gonna have to bring all of our party members here one by one.
じゃ鍛錬になるってことか。
That's a good way to look at it.
我が輩はいつだって怪盗団のことを考えてるのさ。この場所使えるぜ。今度はみんなで集まろう。
お、これって俺が誘ったおかげじゃね？あれだ、ほら、棚から岡持ち。
ぼたもちだろ。
Such a good long pause.
手前かよ。
お、いい音。そういやここってビリヤードも遊べたんだよな。
こいつも遊び方次第では何かに使えるかもしれん。
ま、今日はもう遅いから。
Alter Self is such a good spell. I agree. It was probably Alter
そうい
Self.
えば今回は無料券を使ったが、次に遊ぶ時からは有料なんだな。
Plus, I imagine they were like touching stuff and touching people.
これだったらまた遊びたいぜ。
Close contact and all that.
帰るとすっか。今日
Working
は
out of
付き合ってくれて
school.
サンキューな。
おい。
You transfer lines at Shibuya, right? I heard customers say it's gotten pretty dangerous over there. Don't let yourself be a target, I got it? It's really gotten that unsafe, huh? That said, you still want to check out Kichijoji at night, don't ya? Don't worry, Chris. Worst comes to worst, I've got your back. Besides, there's a certain delicious smell on that street that bears investigating. PPP. Picked up some interesting info you might want to hear. Apparently there's this old man who's been causing problems in Kichijoji. If you make one wrong move or say the wrong thing, he flies into a rage and it turns into a fight. If you don't hit him, he lies and says you did, and then sues for damages. He's like a con artist, or a conflict artist. And the police? Well, they tried to give him a warning. When he pretends to be senile, he gets away with everything. We can't just let him go unchecked, right? Only problem is knowing that he's an old troublemaker isn't enough to get us a name. I did hear he hangs out in Kichijoji's Harmony Alley a lot. Well, man, sounds like a problem. If we don't know his name, we can't make him have a change of heart. Our next job is to go to Kichijoji. Let's go check out this Harmony Alley. Oh, it's Sunday. Yes. Head over immediately.
Minasan.
Get used to a lot SSBM videos. Oh no, it's on auto. Tell that had some boner moments. I mean, that's okay. It's just a good movie. Good movie. It's a good show, telling a good story. That's what matters to me. You should learn the draw, I agree. It will take some time to solve this problem. However, we must start by making small changes. Hope you gleaned something useful from today's speech. Regardless of the audience's size, you must convey your thoughts as if you're talking one-on-one. By the way, I forgot to ask you last time we spoke, why do you want to become a politician? I want to change the world. Ambitious indeed, if a little ambiguous. I'm sure you'll iron out the details as you go along. Let me ask you one more question. What kind of politician do you want to be? Oh, a conviction. I choose to believe you're saying Roach, but you don't mean the horse from The Witcher. Instead, you mean the man. Oh, shit. Never mind. I was about to spoil a thing you haven't done yet, so ignore me. Don't ever forget that, although what's important is what lies within. I know you meant the horse. I was going to make a joke about someone who really enjoys a motorcycle. Allow me to give you some advice. You know what? I could just use the joke without context. The guy who loves his motorcycle, that guy. Allow me to give you some advice. If you aspire to get into politics, you must possess a central philosophy. What is it that you want to accomplish? What spoiler is that for? It's really not much of a spoiler in retrospect. There is a new character in Final Fantasy VII who, let's just say he really wants to bang his motorcycle. That man loves his bike. What is it that you want to accomplish? That is the foundation of a great speech. You do well to remember that. What I want to accomplish? I suppose you haven't figured that out yet, huh? By the way, my philosophy is never give up until your voice is heard. To get your message across, be tenacious in conveying your thoughts to the audience. Have a firm point of view and communicate it clearly. That's the first rule of negotiating. Yeah, we were living my fighting spirit I had when I was first a politician. My bond grew deeper. Very good auction there, Krios.
Yes.
Your son confidant is diplomacy. Occasionally asks for more money or items during negotiations. I like when we get new abilities. Get the hell out of here, no good Torah. They're right, I am no good. I took 2 puddings instead of 1. My apologies, we're done for today. There goes that charm. Just use creative euphemisms, Pope. That'll keep it PG. The adults in the room will know what you're talking about, but the kids will be like, I don't get it, but he said funny words. I wanted to thank you for today. Sorry you had to see me acting like such a coward right after I gave you that self-important lecture, but I'm quite a stubborn individual myself. Gonna bring the hammer. I hope today's incident was at least a good example of what not to do, but what do you think? Did you take anything useful from it? Changed my whole outlook. It was helpful. On Thursday or Friday, some nice delivery person will bring you a hook of some variety. What kind of hook? There's some real hot human Isabel art out there. Listen, the hot Isabel art is when she's still Isabel. I don't want no human Isabel art. I want the good stuff. Told you to be euphemistic. That's so euphemistic, I don't know what it is. So you did a good job. That's a relief. I have to say, it was almost nostalgic for me. It reminded me of my early days. I hope our talks from now on will keep you going in the right direction. I hope to see you again real soon. Oh, now we have a new little street corner for, load. Isabel plus Doom guy having barbecue. A sex toy then. Okay, I gotcha. So gross and humid. Now for today's train news. Today's headlines are: trains don't understand the news. Hotspots in Tokyo. Penguin Sniper. What's Penguin Sniper ask? A zoo? A pet shop? No, it's a trendy lounge. Whether alone or in a group, how you play is up to you.
Oh?
No biggie, no biggie. It's that one lounge. Next time we go, I'm gonna play darts too. Still, there sure are a lot of shops in Kichijoji. We should take our time and look around when we get the chance. I could play darts with a cat. I very much would like to see that happen in real time. Oh, someone's wearing the winter uniform like a dummy. Response to Madarami's press conference was huge. Everyone's talking about the calling card. Girls are checking me out today. Maybe they can't help but sense my overflowing Phantom Thief charisma. Oh shit, I'm finally starting to be popular with all the fly hun. Oh no. Something strange. My uniform. Oh man, we're supposed to switch to summer uniforms today. What's the deal with Japanese school uniforms? Well, Japanese school uniforms are not a universal thing, but largely speaking, most private schools in Japan do school uniforms. Generally, they do it so that students don't have to worry about, you know, who's rich, who's poor, who has access to certain fashion. It's just another way to level the playing field for the students. They have a winter uniform and a summer uniform, and they switch based on the date and no other criteria. So if there's like a heat wave and it's 100,000 degrees in the school, but it's not the date when you switch uniforms, then you're stuck wearing the winter uniform. They are very much rigid in that they only swap when the date is appropriate. All schools have like different dates, but they're around the same times. Some people go to school in a uniform, even in a public school that doesn't require uniforms just because they want to have that experience. And some people choose to go to a school based on what the uniform looks like, just because they like what it looks like. And there you go. School uniforms. It's not the worst, agreed. Like, the principle behind a school uniform is one I like. The level playing field, removing just another aspect of kids being little animals to each other. So that's good. I am not someone who likes wearing that kind of clothing, so I would not be into a uniform. I just like my super schlubby t-shirt with a print art on it and loose jeans, wallet chain when applicable. I want to look the slacker part because that's who I am. And also, like, I think ties are just suffocating. You want to trade your right to look like a dork as a child, just to look like a different kind of dork. Exactly, Gomper, exactly. Like, I appreciate the sentiment behind the school uniform, but it's not for me. Man, I need like a daytime webcam and a nighttime webcam. For the late night whisper stream, I sink deep into my chair as we go. Oversized t-shirt and jeans, that's my whole thing. Just loose clothing is comfortable, long sleeves are preferable. Live my good life. Anyway, I knew people were looking at me. Oh, god damn it. I gotta go home and change, so you go on ahead. I do enjoy that you still like the Deathfest shirts we made. Holy shit, you're pale. Oh, blah blah blah. Famous artists, everyone's talking about the Phantom Thieves. The news this morning said a group called Mongoose 420 are the ones behind the cards. Ah, oh, very good. Any chance to see Mongoose 420 on the screen? Oh, I made it Oh, sprinting first thing in the morning was a bad idea. So you can see someone here is clearly not wearing the school uniform. Like, he's wearing the pants, but that belt isn't regulation. And I'm pretty sure the No More Rules t-shirt is very much anti-school uniform. That's definitely my personal best by a lot. I mean, I walk around in pajama bottoms literally every day. Ever since the quarantine began, and I don't have to go to a job anymore, I have not taken off pajama bottoms once. Like, only when I have to leave the house for some reason. But that doesn't really happen anymore. I've worn pajama bottoms to work once or twice because I don't give a shit about anything, but not my current pajama bottoms. I'm currently wearing pajama bottoms that are so long, I have to tuck them into my socks, so I end up looking like I'm wearing jester pants. I don't wear a shirt when I sleep, but I love my oversized pajama bottoms because if my feet get chilly, they are so long I can just slurp my feet up into my pajama bottoms and just tuck them under my feet. Agreed, Gomper, I couldn't do it either. You had a phase like that before you felt confident enough to wear leggings? Wear what you like. Whatever's comfy, that's my policy is it comfortable? Good. Is it uncomfortable? Screw that. Doesn't matter how good something looks, if it's uncomfortable to wear, I don't care. How are things going in regard to that matter we spoke of earlier? I'll let them take it from here.
ヒントくらいつかんのかね。教師を挑発できる生徒がどれほどいる。
目星ならすでに。ただ確証が得られておらず。
It's like they're using magic.
鴨志田先生のセクハラのことご存知だったんですよね。校長。
それを聞いて何になる。
私は正しいことに協力しているんですよね。
Of course not. Come on.
気持ちは分かっているつもりだよ。自殺未遂者まで出てしまって、生徒会長としては痛恨の極みだろう。
はい。
すべての生徒たちに安心できる学園生活を提供すること。それが今我々が取り組むべき事案なのだよ。
Not you asking if I was abling and abetting a terrible abusive teacher in the school.
まだらめの事件、君も知っているだろう。
鴨志田先生の時と同じ予告状が使われたと聞きました。
うちの生徒とは無関係だと信じたいものだ。
Explaining things to boss man.
そうですね。
I feel like he would become awkward for a moment, accept things readily because, you know, it's still where we work. Yeah, I think it would really just become like a weird awkward thing, but otherwise he would be pretty chill about it. The thing is, he's always awkward, so like, I don't think there would be too much of a difference.
ものいるわけねえだろ。けど偶然にしてはできすぎてんだよな。
Action 51, the best video game ever made? 51 games in one? Tremendous sense of value?
なもん昨日の今日で見つかるわけねえだろ。
それもそっか。あ、ところで私テレビ局にしたけど、あんたたちどうすんの？
あ？あ、やべ、社会科見学サボりて
そういう行事はちゃん
Yeah,
とだけよ。
that I totally understand.
俺の場合
Now that it stops.
急に真面目くんになる方が目立たねえ。
へりくつこねてないで行け。
じゃあみんなでテレビ局にしよう。
Not to mention, anytime he learns about like an aspect of your life, it opens up the possibility that he will want to share a tangentially related aspect of his life with you. Like, I took a trip, I get to see his photos from his trips now. Oh, he goes all in on everything, yes. You inevitably make it known that you don't want to talk to them? You would have to be very blunt with this person. Yep. Nope, he latches onto anything. Oh, turn auto off for this one. Yes, I vastly prefer subs over dubs. Feels pretty great having everyone talk about us, huh? Honorami's the only topic of conversation in my school. And as I'm his pupil, most of my peers have chosen to ignore me. For real, that's bullshit. Are you going to be okay? There's no need to worry. They had already been treating me differently from others, as it stood. This is nothing new to me. Okay then. More importantly, do we have any leads on our next mission? Are you kidding? There's no way we find a target that quick. Mostly I just really prefer the acting of the original intended language. They have a better idea of the intent of the author for the delivery of their lines. So even if I don't necessarily understand the language, combining their acting with the subtitles gives me a better understanding of what the original intent for the scene was definitely going to be, whereas if I read subtitles that have gone through someone's translation, and then I also have a dub going, or just a dub and no subtitles, I feel like I'm losing part of the experience. We need to wait and see, if that makes sense, what I just tried to say. You're not great with people you do want to talk to either? As long as you don't also tell them that you don't want to talk to them. We could always go to Mementos instead. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that answer. I will keep myself free. Please, tell me if anything comes up. Hey, Splade! You, pay attention. Is that how you listen when someone's talking to you? I feel murderous intent. What an epic dodge! What place is obsessed with pomegranates? Just catch up on chat here. Oh yeah. I do have a deck of tarot cards. Right here. I use it for that redeem a tarot card dust command. I am shocked we haven't leveled up to 3 in anything yet. I feel like it's been 1,000 years since we got to 2. The new confidants are in fact actual arcanas. Oh, new character. Alright, she's adorable in summer uniform. Ah, Spleen Senpai. What a pleasant surprise. She's so polite, she gives a proper bow. It's really pouring down, isn't it? Alright, I'll let them talk. Oh, good work, Cat. What a considerate kitty. Keep packing for me, please. Don't go rummaging through my underwear. Where's your umbrella?
むしろトレーニングになってちょうどいいです。
You want a piece of this? The question was posed, are you more of an empress or a high priestess? Which one do you think fits better? Oh, sorry. Just because I have these tarot cards doesn't mean I know anything about them. I know nothing about tarot cards. I just read what it says on the card, which usually is like the Two of Cups or the Three of Pentacles. I don't actually know anything about tarot cards. This is yet another item that I don't know how I got it. It was either a thing that was just left here in a box, when Becca was like, here, I don't have room for this box, so... Or it came from my grandfather's house when he died and we cleaned it out. You got the Eight of Swords. There it is. It arrived in the upright position. Good night, Will Tafty. Sleep well. That's a lot of swords. That's a lot of damage. Seven more swords than you need. Hey, you never know, you might want extras. Anyway, I really thought You Want a Piece of This is tremendously funny. Care to walk together?
どうやって、あ、傘入れてもらえるんですか？嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。傘ありがとうございます。実はもうすぐ選考会で体調崩したくなかったんです。
Is it for gymnastics?
そうです。夏の始まりと終わりに大きな大会があるんです。出場するにはクラブの代表に選ばれないといけなくて、その代表を決める選考会があるんです。私夢なんですよ。新体操で世界に行くの。そんなわけで
I wonder how we're going to get roped in together. I'll cheer you on.
先輩の応援があれば100人力です。なんて。もう駅ですね。
Well, she's adorable.
ここで大丈夫です。本当にありがとうございました。どこかで必ずお礼を。
あれ、吉沢じゃねえ。
スポーツ特待生の？授業は特別扱いだし、帰りは彼氏の見送り付きなわけ。天才様は違うわ。
Rude.
すみません。変な誤解受けちゃいましたね。
Don't worry about it.
はい、そうですね。クラスでも私、
Heartbreak follows
こん
her.
な感じなんです。変に気を使われるというか、腫れ物扱いというか、学校の
No one
私
trusts
が
an
大会で
honor
結果を出すこ
student.
とを期待してて、
Honor students are traditionally the least trustworthy
本当
people
は
in the
来なくて
world.
いいって言われてたんです。けど、そういう特別扱いみたいなの、なんか嫌じゃないですか。
Beep 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 beep.
電話、父からみたいです。すみません。お父さん？ごめん。最近スマホの調子悪くて。大丈夫、ありがとう。後でね。失礼しました。雨だから迎えに行こうかって。ちょっと過保護すぎますよね。
You must care a lot about you.
はい、そう思います。では、私は練習があるのでこれで。
Alright, no foreshadowing for shitty
今日はありがとうござい
dad,
まし
so
た。
that's nice.
失礼します。
Oh, I love her bow, it's so good.
大変そうだな。
Seems like Yoshizawa has a heart too. But never mind that. Having wet fur is the worst. Try to keep me under the umbrella, would you? I found some great intel. This time it's bullying by a Kosei student they call a queen. She's been ordering around a male student who goes by the name M. Kinda like the M in S&M. Or the M in M&M's. I haven't sussed out which one yet. I wish I was in his shoes. You're joking, right? Anyway, here are the details. A girl acting like a queen is Hikari Shimazu. And I wonder if it's more likely that a girl will turn out like that if she has an S as an initial. Well, I already posted the warning, so you should take it on when you have the time. Hopefully you don't end up an M. Did he not catch when I said I wish I was the M in the situation? What? Did he mean by S&M? What did he mean by S&M? Those are shirt sizes, right? Is it the size of the clothes? Anyway, it seems like she's a worthy target. Let's find time to consult the others at the hideout. You go into Mementos and it turns out it's a healthy BDSM relationship they're in. Nothing wrong with it. But the train was right there. You're going with the Empress? Wait, where am I going? Haruki's around. There we go. Persona 4, you'd be Margaret. Are you playing normal Persona 4 or Persona 4 Golden? Out of curiosity. Looks like it's raining today. If you're feeling down, it's probably the weather's fault. Oh, do you have time? Alright, Bond won't get deeper yet, but I'd have no one else to hang out with at the moment, so might as well make progress toward the next rank up. Should you watch Persona 4 the animation, or is it just as bad as Persona 5 the animation? Wait, if you have Margaret in your game, I guess that answers my question. That has to be Persona 4 Golden, right? I think for Persona 4, they made sure the main character always chooses the pervy answers for the story beats. So like, when everyone gets caught in the hot springs, he chooses to just stand there and watch response, like he always goes with that kind of stuff in the animation. Which is kind of considerate in a way. Lets you live out the path you usually don't choose. Margaret's in vanilla Persona 4. I thought she was a new character in Golden. Where the fuck's my phone? Maybe the big difference is that it just expanded on her story? I believe you. She's definitely in for it. I remember them saying in the advertising for the game that they did something different with her. Or Mitsuru in Persona 3. Maruki seems serious. We're entering a dark timeline where my headphone is starting to have a loose connection. There's nothing worse. It seems I'll be able to grasp something soon. I feel like my bond with Maruki will grow stronger soon. Good. I don't want to get new headphones. I'm gonna try and make this last for as long as possible. Thank you, Pope. I agree with you 100% there. I really want to play Persona 3. But I really don't. It doesn't feel good. Like, I talk about this all the time, but like, a game feels super important to me. A game needs to like feel comfortable to play. And it's just so clunky. I hate it. I really want to play it. And then like the newer version of the game, when you're doing the walk around the school and choose who to talk to segments, you're just a blue dot on an overhead map and you just slide it around. And like, it drives me nuts. I hate it. Like that is a game ender for me. Yeah, the portable one has the blue dot. You haven't heard anything from the student council president, have you? Miss Honor Student must be busy kissing ass somewhere. You don't have to be so harsh. What is this about a student council president? The one in our school has kind of been keeping tabs on us. I think she's suspicious of us. Are you sure it is not merely a result of Ryuji's general misconduct? Shut up. Though to be honest, the three of you most certainly stand out. Do try to be careful. I cannot be there to look over you at school, you know. That duty rests on your broad, sensual, muscled shoulders, Chris. It's weird how you really got into my shoulders there. Got it. I'll make sure to keep an eye on Ryuji too. Why you gotta single me out for?
ユージやアンドノの影に隠れてるが、お前も前歴のせいで有名人だからな。くれぐれも注意しろよ。おい、囚人。
Inmate, we need to talk to you. Get over here right now. That is not the sufficient explanation. Come to the entrance of the Velvet Room before we change our minds. That's the door only we can see in your worlds. You better not go to the wrong place. We'll be waiting for you. We expect great haste and enthusiasm. Hey, who are you talking to? They sounded really noisy. You're being summoned somewhere. You should probably get going. Hello. So you've come, inmate. Next time we expect you in front of us within 2 seconds of us calling. We've got some new duties lined up for you. Let's call them special assignments. To the point, there are a number of places in reality's society that may foster your rehabilitation. You'll approve the value of these places to us in person. We'll select various locations that we suspect could be vital to your rehabilitation. Should you recognize a place that we mention, and you are to escort us there. You want to go explore? Are those years of yours just for decoration? These are special assignments for the sake of your rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. Work just as hard at them as you do for the rest of your duties. We will await you in front of the door, like this, whenever a special assignment is available. Umu, should you meet our expectations, we'll scrape together some sort of reward for you. No slacking off. We ought to mention, these special assignments will not be available indefinitely. To phrase it for your comprehension, we will have until the end of the year to complete them. You are also required to continue working towards your rehabilitation to earn these assignments. We're really going out of our way for you here. Don't tell us we never did anything special for you. Alright, we can now take the twins to various facilities that pique their interest. When these outings are available, the duo can be found waiting for Chris just outside the Velvet Room. In order to take them to these locations, you'll need to check out the various facilities around the city. Time will pass during an outing with the twins. That concludes our explanation. I am prepared. Match up on chat here. What exactly are the twins? Yes, that is actually a rather large plot point for later on. To give you the non-spoiler explanation, the twins work for Igor, who runs the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room is an interdimensional location that kind of monitors the worlds and the events within, and finds people that have a special connection to those big events and guides them toward their destiny, so to speak. A question I've always had for the franchise, yeah, they're kind of like the handler for the main character, assisting with the whole guiding the protagonist situation. I've never been too clear if the events of Persona are all in the same exact Japan, or if they are like separate little universes and Igor's the only constant between them, or if they're all actually happening in Japan and like Igor's just working with multiple protagonists in the same universe. Given that like the nature of the other world changes as frequently as it does between games, I imagine they might be different universes, maybe. Listen closely, the first location we have chosen is one that has grown quite popular lately. It's purported to offer foods that stimulate the feeling of being in space. The food is apparently massive enough to rival the size of the universe itself, and resembles a mysterious spacecraft. If this food exemplifies both the unknown and the vast nothing in space, it is sure to stimulate the heart. Does this description bring any locations to mind? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately. It could be the Big Bang Burger. You mean the Big Bang Burger? Name is fitting, I suppose. We shall confirm our intel for ourselves. Lead the way. Well, it is indeed shaped like a mysterious craft. Much like the mysterious craft that have been confirmed to be studied by the US government in the now declassified US UFO files. So I guess like UFOs are a thing in reality now because the government believes they are and they've been studying them. And they declassified the documents. That's fun. Well, it is indeed shaped like a mysterious craft, but it's much smaller than I expected. Is this the meal they boasted to be as immense as the cosmos? I'm quite disappointed. And no French fries? Come on. Inmate, you don't really expect some kind of reward out of this, do you? It's the Big Bang Challenge. Yeah, I imagine people see us eating alone with one burger, but 3 cups of soda or coffee? Wait, these are like coffee lids. Are we here eating a burger and coffee? What is wrong with us? Humanity intends to generate its own universes now, does it? Wait, if they take a sip, do they see a floating cup? We've had enough of your smart remarks. Know your place, inmate. Well, these places usually do serve coffee, but they also have a breakfast menu, generally speaking. A burger and iced coffee doesn't sound too bad, but this is the lid of a hot beverage for sure. It even has a little, what are they called? A swiff? A squiff? A sneef? Like the cup has a sneef on it. One of those sleeves for insulation to keep your hands from getting too hot. So this is not a cold drink here. We're eating a hot burger and a hot beverage. I just don't know if I like the idea of like the flavor combination of a burger and a hot coffee. Like I don't have like a mental palate in my head that says that's tasty. That sounds kind of like gross to me. I don't think a hot coffee would necessarily pair well with a burger. A burger and a glass of milk? I could see that. I could see that. The light sweetness of the milk would help with the umami of the burger, but they're also both like heavy. I think soda's a natural pairing. Iced teas are also pretty good. They can get that large. The Big Bang Challenge, what an intriguing concept. For the sake of your rehabilitation, you are to take this challenge. Of course, we will take the largest they offer. Any objections, inmate? I'm not ranked high enough. Oh yes, I did overhear that the challenge required advancement through a number of previous stages. I don't care, you're taking that challenge one way or another. Get on your knees and beg if you have to. Well, I might as well give it a shot. Oh, gross. You could see all the onions on that burger. That's too much onion for me. Thank you for waiting. You're really doing this? Not only that, but you're our 10,000th customer. This is literally an impossible amount of food for the human stomach to hold. To show our appreciation, we're treating you with the highest tier of the Big Bang Challenge, the Cosmic Tower Burger. The Route 9 Special? I don't remember the Route 9 Special, because again, this is before they shut down and everything. The remains of all the shot glasses full of maple syrup from all the people at the table who didn't finish theirs because you don't waste the maple. Oh, that's the Route 9 Special. If you were to take that syrup and put that on the burger, now you're talking. To show our appreciation, we're treating you with the... Oh, I read that. Wow, lucky you. Well then, it's time to get the 30-minute Big Bang Challenge started. Ready? Begin. The last burger was downright insignificant by comparison. It's bigger than the inmate's entire stomach. Perhaps the moniker implies that any diner's stomach will suffer its own Big Bang. Would you care to try? Hell yeah, chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles are awesome. This is your rehabilitation, not ours. We're only here to observe you, and don't forget it. I predict this challenge shall be a fairly difficult one. But that as it may, be that as it may, you must finish the food tower in its entirety. Failing to join the Clean Plate Club is a grave offense. You think it's a good idea to add even more crimes to your record? Get to rehabilitating inmate. Oh, not a bad start. Look at him go. Look at him hold that burger like a normal human being. But you've only just begun. I'm already full. You're stopping? Who said you could stop? No breaks, work that jaw. My stomach's going to burst. Don't his eyes look rather dead inside to you? Perhaps he's glimpsing the vast emptiness of outer space. Hey, is he really alright? He's not about to keel over, is he? I don't think I can finish. I think he's about to pass out. Appears this truly was too much for him to handle. Very well, let us pitch in. You're hopeless, inmate. You better be grateful that we're bailing you out of this. Phew, we did it. I have to say, you really held your own there. You almost didn't make it through, but we'll call this a success since your stomach didn't burst. I must say though, I'm rather dissatisfied with this place's usage of the moniker Big Bang Burger. They certainly craft a meal of impressive size, but when compared to what the Big Bang generated, it's not grand in the least. Do humans have some sort of compulsion for exaggerating the size of things? Good question. In fact, this challenge raises quite a few of them. You took the challenge for the sake of your rehabilitation. But who in their right mind would willingly consume so much food? They're making him do this for the sake of his rehabilitation. They said it right there. Maybe I don't understand humanity at all. Say, inmate, why are humans always testing and pushing their limits? Well, it's because they're humans. How preposterous. The simple innate inmate speaks as if he's an expert on humanity. Hey, Justine, maybe we should take the challenge ourselves. I just had the very same thought. If we were to thrust ourselves into the ordeal, perhaps we could discover some answers. Hey, person, oh my god, they can see the interdimensional beings? How can I help you? Well then, Krios, it turns out that they are visible to the average human person. Did not expect that. We're taking the Big Bang Challenge. Well, there's a minimum age requirement to be eligible for the challenge. Oh, could I interest you in our Little Bang meal instead? It even comes with a toy. Don't you want a cute little spaceship? A spaceship. That's a burger, fries, and a juice for 500 yen. It'll be right up. Didn't wait for confirmation, just decided that's what we're eating. Wait, we didn't ask for... It's too late now. Let's just settle for that today. I admit I'm intrigued by the diminutive spaceship. Well, we didn't experience any of the wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable.
味よりもあなたはおまけの宇宙船に興奮していたようですが
You seem much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway.
うるさいジュスティーヌこそあのピクルスとかいうの残したくせに
Mysterious pickle things.
あれは地球の食べ物ではありませんおそらく宇宙生物の卵か何かでしょう何そうなのか
Their delicacy.
確かに味は悪くなかったがというか結局正体は何なんだ私は食べてしまったぞ落ち着きなさいカロリーヌそろそろ本題に入る
Am I gonna die? Am I dying?
まあ実際に食べてみて分かったバーガーで宇宙を再現するのは限界がおまけで宇宙を提供するとは姑息だが
American Wendy's hamburger.
今回のお題に答えたこと認めてやろう
We're gonna rewatch that video when I'm done streaming. We got a Maharagi. And a Mabufu.
今後もこの調子で励めよ
You better work just as hard next time.
他にもたくさんあるからなしかし外の世界にはお店というものがあるんですね対価を払うことで様々な
I will check out this
希望を満たす
podcast.
ことができる場所興味深いな研究の余地がありそうだまあいい
It will probably take me a while. I am terrible listening to
本日
podcasts.
最後の刑務として前を送り届けろ
It's a very specific genre of podcast. Trains made out of Victorian rat and horse viscera. It's an episode of the one that Do Not Eat 01 is on. Oh, cool. Are we there yet? It's hard to breathe in here. Yep, they're talking about what we did with Madarame. Podcast about engineering disasters.
何これ生徒の皆さんへのお願い情報を募集しますだって校長が貼ったらしいよ気づいたことがあれば
Oh no, they're on
生
to
徒
us.
会長へ相談してください
相談って何でもいいのかつうか
You
なんで
lifted too many
生徒会
potato
長
and apples yesterday.
校長と関係なくね
新島さん校長のお気に入りだしそれで頼んだんじゃない
That hurts. Sorry, Krios.
悲しいね
It seems like most of society was surprised about what the artist did. It was someone who represented Japan. They probably trusted him based on his name alone. Indeed, we're easily manipulated by the names we see. However, this world is filled with fake names. For instance, this creature, which you know well. It's called the Red King Crab, but it has a form that a crab should not have. Spleen-kun, look at this picture. This is my penis. The Red King Crab is biologically related to the hermit crab. So how is it different from a crab? Do you know? Oh, the number of legs. Not bad. Look at this graph. That's correct. Why does it only have 4 legs? Why does it only have 4 legs? Why do they face the wrong way? Just don't tell me it, tell me why.
やるじゃねえか
Tamale of a crab isn't its brain, as some people say. It's the crab's liver and pancreas. As you can see, the world is full of deception. Milkjug suggested I should add the tag since we have a fairly large community here and we're all very friendly, make it a nice, cool hangout place. Red king crabs are arachnids confirmed. See, that's the kind of teaching that really bugs me, where it's just like, here is a fact. I will give you no context for the fact or why the fact is a fact. That makes it hard for me to remember that information. When someone's like, here's a thing, it's like this, and here's why. The why, like, reinforces the fact, and then I remember it better. It, like, builds bridges in your brain. I saw some kind of paste like that in the fridge at LeBlanc, but it's not often you see real crab meat. Hey, why don't we get sushi for our next celebration? Our name did spread a bit thanks to Monorame, but I bet people still wouldn't care if we came out and said we're the Phantom Thieves. Where's the... You're a stupid motherfucker. I'm not so sure. I doubt anyone would believe us. But what good would come of telling people our identities? Maybe they'd at least start treating us with some respect. Well, I can understand why you feel that way. That's just how things are now. But if we keep doing stuff like this, that will definitely change. We simply need to devote ourselves to the cause. Our praise will come later. What he said. I'm sure some people out there will understand. I guess we just gotta act like modest heroes for now. Thank you, Yosuke, for your brain. Next letter's gonna be C for Cyborg. No? There's actually a letter in there that I don't know what it is. The I. Oh, no, I remember now. Intersex. Yeah, I definitely had perhaps a little bit too much rum in that soda. I'm still very much feeling it. Yes, the I is definitely intersex. Oh my god. Lesbian, gay, bi, trans, questioning, intersex, ally, and plus. You know, it probably wasn't the rum that was the problem. It was the 6 to 7 drops of the other thing. That's what's still sticking with me.
会長、あの刑事どういうことですか?
Alright, talk for me.
あれは校長が勝手に。早速相談が届いてます。脅迫されてる生徒がいるらしい。怖いので何とかしてください。
Some people do read it as ACE.
お金を要求された。
We'll just say A stands for both of them.
困っている。これって渋谷で噂になってる犯罪のことじゃ。
うちの学校にも被害者がいるんですね。私たちどうしたら。
生徒会の仕事じゃないですよ。僕らだって怖いし。昨日校長に呼ばれてましたよね。何も聞いてないんですか?
The letters barely even matter, really. Like, it's just a... Here's to let you know that marginalized groups of these particular sorts, this is for them, or this is welcoming for them. As someone who's bad at memorization, and acronyms often become mysterious things, even when I do know the contents. I try not to worry about things like that. Except for Scuba. For some reason, Scuba's gonna stay with me until the day I die. I guess the certification class worked well enough if, like, they really locked in what Scuba stands for in my brain. But like laser? At one point I learned what laser stands for. Don't remember anymore. Light amplification... and then we lose it from there. I have some new info. Apparently there's a group of burglars terrorizing Shibuya. From what I hear, the only target restaurants and break in after they close for the day. Someone online was asking if it was the work of the Phantom Thieves. Just reading that got me really pissed off. We can't let people lump you guys in with petty thieves, right? Just forget about it. Hearing that just makes it bother me even more. Anyway, I heard they've been running away without leaving a trace of evidence. That's all the information I have on them right now, sorry. For now, I'll make a post on the fan site and ask for any more details people might know. Being famous really brings its own unique set of problems. And like, not just continuing to lie to Mishima brings its own set of problems. We should have been like, don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Forever. Oh no, you still have to wake up at 7. I'm sorry. We don't really have any info. We'll just have to wait for Mishima to get a more solid lead. Oh good, we can rank up with her. Kind of, sort of. That's all for today. If you're feeling okay, you can go home now. I really want that poster of a bear with a needle in its eye and like sticking out of his hands. I need that for my room. Hello, Dr. Takemi's Clinic of Internal Medicine. What? Again? That's, well, that ship's already sailed, so... After tomorrow, half your work for the month is done. Jeez. As Pope said, slim pickings. What a pain. You remember that girl from the other day, the Chief of Staff's Oyamada's patient? Your dad's been bringing her here for a bit... bringing her here to be treated, even though I referred them to another hospital. I even told them about the medical error I made. They trust you. Well, I'm just a quack, though. The medical error was well documented. Everyone in my field knows about it. I led the development of a new drug for an incurable illness called Crawford-Enns disease. Although I wasn't the one who administered the medicine, it was the cause of the error. With Crawford-Enns, certain cells indiscriminately attack other cells throughout the body. When it reaches the muscles, the patient slowly begins to die. There hasn't been much progress made on it, partly because there haven't been many cases of it. I worked with a pharmaceutical company that had researched the final stage of production, but one day I was suddenly removed from my position. That Chief of Staff, Oyamada, my superior at the time, took over the entire operation. I don't know if he wanted the glory of developing a new drug or to become rich and famous, but he made careless mistakes and rushed completion so he could use it on a patient named Miwa. Miwa-chan had a reaction and lapsed into critical condition. The chief panicked and laid the blame on me. Miwa-chan and her family resented me. No matter what I said, I couldn't change how they felt about me. I had no idea. Well, that doesn't matter. The development of the medicine was suspended, so I had no reason to stay at that hospital. At least now I can keep working as a general practitioner, on my own terms, with my own guinea pig. That's the new medicine I've been trying out on you. This version is in the final stage of testing. It searches for those cells that take the offensive and destroys them upon detection. That's why it's harmless for people who don't have the disease. Probably. When will it be done? It all depends on how cooperative you are. Better not flake on me this late in the game. I'm inching closer to the finish line, but I need your help to reach it. In exchange, I could offer you medicine at a special price. I'm counting on you, guinea pig. Seems to be based on Gaucher's disease. add support items to the inventory at the clinic. Itch to be close to that finish line. Now, what should I do about that girl and her dad? Being mean and scaring them hasn't worked. It's been a while since I've had to deal with this kind of nuisance. It's stressing me out. Oh, sorry, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. You can go home now. Yes, increase those guts. Thanks for your hard work. Nope, heels fall into the general category of if it's uncomfortable, I don't care about it. There's no way those are comfortable. You doing okay, my little guinea pig? Just wanted to check up on you. Sorry for the long talk today. I wasn't planning on telling you all that. About Miwa-chan? Yeah, you're the first person I've ever shared that all with. But it was also a good reminder. This is something I have to do, as the plague. I also have high arches. Thanks to you, the drug's development is progressing very smoothly. If there are no issues with this latest sample, I think we're right on the edge of finally finishing it. Sorry, looks like I got a patient. Maybe that girl and her dad came back. Bye. I believe having feet makes your feet hurt. I think that's the root cause. Alright. I finished my DVD, so let's return that. What are we gonna do for stat right now? Hello. Imitating the Phantom Thieves? They're dope. We're inspiring trends. Alright. Came here to return a DVD, maybe rent a new one. Just about everything makes your feet hurt. Yep. My first playthrough, I rented a DVD during the special, yeah, it's 0 yen as long as you maintain a good account. And the very first DVD I rented, I returned late. And then after that, never got to experience the 0 yen renting experience. Said experience too many times. Proficiency in sneaking. Oh, here we go. Kindness. Perfect. Rent. All I know about feet is that Quentin Tarantino finds them to be very sexual things. That takes up a surprising amount of my brain. I don't know why. Someone finally exposed Madarame for stealing art. What will happen to the pieces themselves? I don't know. Right. Just curious. I used to be really into art. Alright, definitely gonna watch that movie. I think we could also... not necessarily do darts, but, go to Harmony Alley. Yes, exactly, Kat. You know what's up. Oh, and they want to do something here? Okay, well, I'll have to come back and talk to them. Brewing mead from scratch, nice. Double tipping. kind of wandering around looking for people talking. Ah, the meal pot.
ようこそお越しくださいました。
Really just interested in... You're not sure what you get for doing the twins' requests? Forgot about them? Yeah, unsure here as well. I'm gonna do them because they're in the game. And they're new. Are you telling me I could trigger this sound effect whenever I want now? I got an item for doing the other one. Oh, people talking. Protein, boring. I'm glad you found the face slightly terrifying. That's the vibe I always go for. Fear is good. I was talking about Manorame. Yeah, we're looking for the old man. Oh my god, why is this not available? I want ramen so bad. Just a bowl of tomato soup. On this side street that I'm on. Apron guy in the red hat. That old man hasn't come here yet. No wonder I'm drinking in peace. I don't like bad-mouthing my customers, but he makes me so much trouble. You made fried ramen for lunch today? Explain. How do you do fried ramen? That old man making trouble. Hey, you think they're talking about that elderly customer we heard about? Hey, this ain't no place for a youngin' like you. You looking for something around here? The conflict artist. Oh boy, so even kids like you know about him. That old man's out of control. He takes drinks from strangers, he starts fights. When he gets in trouble, he causes a ruckus and tries to mooch money off people. What's creepy is the more trouble he makes, the wider his smile gets. Got a name? Oh yeah, the old man's always shouting his name over and over. Kichijoji, right? That's the name. But you know, I can't be that hard on him. He's around my dad's age. When he complains about his joints hurting on rainy days, I can't help but feel sorry for the old man. I wish he didn't hang around here, but instead stayed warm with his family instead. It might sound awfully sympathetic, but I know you really think he's a pain in the ass. Well, yeah, I'm not denying that. His joints hurt on rainy days, poor guy. I think we got all the info we need. Why don't we talk about this at the hideout? Alright, didn't even use the whole flavor packet. We forgot just how salty those things are. You throw some oil in a skillet and toss some top ramen in and let it brown/burn. And once it's brown, you throw water in along with the flavor packet. So you toast the noodles while they're still dry and then you add the water? Interesting. I might try that one day. So Alton Brown's been doing like miniature YouTube videos during the quarantine. And he did one on Rice Krispie treats. And what he did, for some reason, it's super simple, but it like blew my mind because I'd never considered the aspect of like elevating something like Rice Krispie treats. And all he did is he toasted the Rice Krispie treats and he browned the butter. Just bringing out like nice nutty toasty notes in both aspects. Adds the marshmallows and then like you got Rice Krispie treats, but that tastes better. And it's just like such an easy step, is browning the butter and toasting the Rice Krispies. It's wild, I never thought of that before. Well, you're off to a good start by naming Shin Black as the ramen to use, because that is good stuff. Shin Black is a particular brand of ramen. Mom sells it. You can also get it online. They're just like, as far as ramen, instant ramen's concerned, if like your standard top ramen is like a 5 on the scale of like tasty times, Shin just goes up to like a 7 or an 8. It's just like a better version of top ramen. Add a tablespoon of peanut butter, chili oil, some cayenne and black pepper. Do you use the seasoning packet, or are you just doing this as a, it's kind of a sesame noodle experience? Of course, it's peanut butter noodles, but usually those are called sesame noodles. Seasoning packet. Usually don't use the flavoring it comes with. Does it matter then? If you're not using the flavoring packet, then it probably doesn't matter that much. Like, I think their noodles are slightly better than other places' noodles, but it's still, you know, a fucking flash-fried, preserved noodle experience, so that's going from like a 5 to going to a 5.5. Negligible. It's the add-in packets that also come with their flavoring that makes it better than other brands. Alright, the place we wish to evaluate you for rehabilitation is one where many people hang out, they visit. There's one here, has a few that fantasies, wait, to view the fantasies of humans. We hear there's a variety of fantasies available for perusal there, and all outside of a palace. How strange. Yes, these fantasies, they are the cognitions of others given form. They undoubtedly will support your efforts. Does such a location sound familiar to you? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately. Could be the movie theater over in Shibuya. You mean the movie theater? The what? The moving theater? Is this place cursed to Wonderland or something? We shall confirm our intel for ourselves. Lead the way. Well, I can tell you can definitely find it at Mom's. They definitely carry it. Can't remember if Stop and Shop had it. They've expanded their Asian food section, so they have a little bit more variety these days. It's certainly on the internet, though. But the only place you're gonna get a good price for it is probably Mom's. Stop and Shop overprices their Asian stuff. You'd also have to go inside of an establishment. Something I'm trying not to do these days. That was rather enjoyable, inmate. We won't underestimate the human imagination again. You may claim to have enjoyed yourself, but your screams told quite a different story. To anyone who could hear. Still wonder how everyone mistakes us for elementary school students. Shut up! It was only because of that thing jumping out of my face. And you were just as scared, Justine. It certainly was startling. The eyes and nose seemed to stretch out right at me. It all began the moment I donned those black glasses. What exactly were those that we wore? Oh, 3D glasses. That's what I'm not seeing here, and it's kind of bugging me, is that this doesn't appear to use their confidant level in any way, nor does it add toward the confidant level. You also don't seem to get the benefit of the thing you do. Like, I was kind of hoping we would see a movie and then I would be like, my guts went up because we saw a horror movie. But your own glasses are just normal ones, right? Your own attention wasn't wandering while we were caught up in the movie, was it? Why is it that humans even create such large and elaborate fabrications in the first place, though? Isn't the imagining of these things satisfying enough? Even dreaming seems like a superior pastime. Why do humans go so far as to spend their money just to witness fictional events? It seems like we get items by doing this, and it might go somewhere if we keep on doing it. I'm not opposed to doing it. To escape reality. As an intellectual exercise. You make it sound so scholarly. How about the preview we saw for Muscled Man versus Killer Shark? What part of that exercise is intellectual to you? Perhaps humans immerse themselves in imaginary worlds as a means of escaping reality. Escape, you say? That sounds rather human as well. You wouldn't have to be plotting escape of your own, would you, inmate? No matter how much you might rail against it, you shall remain our inmate. Even the very thought of such a foolish endeavor is pointless for you. Of course, that line of thinking be yet another avenue of escaping reality? What a pathetic fantasy. I'll bet you were thinking of blasting away the cell door, weren't you? Don't even consider such crassness, Caroline. If you were to attempt such a blatant jailbreak, either our master or ourselves would notice immediately. Oh, and how would you do it, Justine? With this game as a ticking clock? I mean, besides the plot events that are like, do blank before timer runs out, I do not really think about the ticking clock. Otherwise, I would stop having as much fun as I do. It would stress me out. So whatever I finish, I finish. Whatever I don't finish, I don't finish. Not gonna try and do everything, so in that regard, I'm not gonna worry about how I spend my time too much. I will try and do stats as fast as I can because those are walls. To have that level of nonchalance, that's the thing, like, as a person with an anxiety disorder that eats away at him all the time, if I let that kind of line of reasoning enter the game, it'll be all in, and then the game's kind of ruined for me. And instead I want this to be enjoyable in all regards, so I just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I tend to choose characters that I haven't seen before if I'm playing through a second time, or I focus on characters that I personally like because I want to know more about them. It drives and dictates my experience that way. I would use a spoon to dig a hole through the wall and conceal it with a poster of some distractive image. Blowing open the cell door seems more impactful. They used that plan in one of the movie previews, correct? They wielded a bazooka and went about blowing everything up. Any recaptured escapee is executed on the spot. Freedom or death are the only options for an inmate on the lam. Suspense and excitement are necessary elements of any escape. Did you learn nothing from the movie, Caroline? Were you simply enjoying yourself? Shut up, the inmate will settle this for us. Want tasty skill ups? But like, you are playing on the mode where combat is like scaled down to like baby level essentially. So the skill ups, while fun to use, are largely optional for you. Even for me, like, combat is just a thing I have to do to get to the parts of the game I want. Ah, you're here for a power trip. I am sorry I pulled back the veil, revealing the lack of power. My apologies, my apologies. Shut up, the inmate will settle this for us. See, I play simulation games for the power fantasy. I kind of want to do a little series using The Sims where I make a character and I roleplay him as a serial killer, where I make paintings of my victims and I lock them in small rooms in my basement until they die. I really think I want to do that. It seems like a fun way to play The Sims, and I haven't done that before. Because the newer Sims, they really opened up all the things you could do with the Sim, including like visiting friends, inviting people over, and like living a life outside the house. So I can like select victims and everything. This is really creepy to say out loud. I'm not a serial killer. I just think it would be a really fun way to play The Sims in a dark and probably very funny way. Tell us how you try to escape. Would you blast the door or use a spoon? Spoon plot sounds good. Did you hear that, Caroline? Even the inmate knows that a crude plan like yours has no hope of succeeding. Whatever, it's not like he can actually escape either way. Is Animal Crossing as a power trip? Animal Crossing I do enjoy is like... And even then, I'm not getting too rigid or structured in Animal Crossing. I'm doing like a design based around the landscape and where things naturally land. I'm not min-maxing the experience. I'm really taking Animal Crossing slow. For the same reason with this, like, Animal Crossing is a very relaxing experience and I will not taint that experience by introducing any kind of stress to it. The power to choose who you interact with and the power to not have to worry about money. Yes, no, it's a perfect escapist fantasy. Additionally, Animal Crossing is my... If you had to choose a fictional world to spend the rest of your life in, what would you choose? Everyone always chooses something that sounds super cool. It's like, yeah, Game of Thrones, that place is great. It's like, no, fuck that, you would die. You would die immediately. Like, you're not gonna show up and be a plot character who gets to survive. The plot is already determined. You would fucking die. Even Dwarf Fortress, like, if you're a dwarf in there, you go crazy. You might like be struck with a mood to make something, have a lack of an item to make it with, go nuts, and then eat someone and kill yourself. Like, sounds too scary to me. Animal Crossing is a universe that has food, has video games, has television, has movies. The way they're presented is simplistic, but they talk about it in a way that is not simplistic, implying that it's just a visual cue. There's no strife, there's no death, there's money on trees. Like, you get to live a perfect life of luxury, hanging out with whoever you want. And most importantly, people have parents, which means sex exists, which means you could just have a romp sex island, eating all the good food, watching all the good movies. Animal Crossing's the perfect place to choose. You're sure you would die young? But you go out in a blaze of glory. As long as you have a good time, that's fine. I just want to live like a slovenly, slackeristic life in a video game world that has literally no threats to my safety or well-being. Indeed, today we learn more about the power of human imagination. No wonder such vile palaces plague humanity. Pokemon's also a fine choice. I just really like Animal Crossing. It seems like a super chill experience. And because video games are a thing in that universe, if I'm bored because it's so non-threatening, I can literally just play a video game. Right? Like Dark Souls, I might actually choose. Bloodborne as well. And hear me out. Yes, you die horrible, horrible deaths, but you keep on getting back up. You're immortal. You can live potentially forever. You would be in pain constantly, though. So, that's an experience I would probably choose if I could then choose another one afterwards. But definitely not one I would choose as like a permanent location. You like Dwarf Fortress because it reminds you of the First Age, Middle Earth? Interesting. I never really drew that comparison in my head before. Not that I remember too much about the early ages. The Silmarillion is a book that is a hard-to-read experience for me. Mother causes a good ending? Yeah, there you go. Even hosting the dream is probably fine. You're hereby free to fantasize, but keep it in check, inmate. Your job is to focus on your rehabilitation. That being said, here is your reward. So I got Frey. So they give me skill cards I could use on my persona. So I guess that's pretty good. Bad endings, Unreal Tournament. Like most of the games I really like, I wouldn't want to be in that universe because that's a existence filled with pain and suffering, and like I get enough of that already. Why add like legit physical torment to that list? So I would definitely choose Animal Crossing. It's just such a peaceful place and has all the stuff I like in it. Yeah, they're all talking about me because of the stuff I did. I like the flavor those little scenes add to the game, but they are the most boring part on your second playthrough. Even when there's sometimes new stuff thrown in, those things are just like, I know, I remember, I did that. And every loading screen has a little meter on the bottom right, so like, I'm always aware of the general public's opinion. Hey, that calling card sent to Madarame, and like, again, more scenes like this happen. Where you hear your peers kind of just reviewing the plot for you. And I realize that it's not being used for that, it's here to let you know, like, hey, this is what the world thinks of you. But I know that already. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? No, again, being stabbed with swords and shit. Sword Art Online? But if you die in the video game, you die forever. You only have one life in a video game. Weird answer, Overlord. Oh, I can get behind Overlord. You got a bunch of wacky, funny monsters you boss around. You're relatively safe building a very big old dungeon. Wait, are you saying the anime Overlord? Or like the Dungeon Keeper Overlord? Never mind, I thought we were talking video game there. I was going down a whole... Oh, the game! Oh, never mind, then yeah. If we're thinking of the same game, I'm pretty sure we are. There's like a sexy succubus too? It's not a bad choice. Stay on the first few floors after leveling up a bunch, you can't die. So let me throw some curveballs at you there, Krios. If you're one of the unlucky people, I think it was like 30% of the people that were plugged in died when they weren't found of like either starvation or something else. The power went out in their apartment or their house and they died. You could be one of the people that just dies for no reason. Like in the middle of a conversation, you just collapse on the ground dead. That could happen to you. You could be someone that gets murdered by a player killer. Or perhaps worst of all, you could survive all the way to the end when suddenly Kirito finishes the game and you just wake up. Anemiated, your muscles have atrophied, you are completely separated from the rest of the world in terms of culture because you've been in a game for the past like 3 years. I don't think there's a good outcome from Sword Art Online. Oh, do you want to live forever? I want to live forever. Forever and ever. Kingdom of Loathing, oh good lord, no, bad times. You'll be murdered if you never leave town, that's true. If you don't leave town, you don't have to worry about player killer. But eventually, Sword Art Online's world will be turned off, given the plot of the anime having been, made canon for the experience. Sounds like a lot of people are going to be on that trip to the studio tomorrow. Do you guys get to see the show too? Wouldn't mind seeing that. I like talk shows. Oh, and variety shows. Wonder if they'll talk about the Phantom Thieves. They certainly get plenty of attention on TV and the internet. You mean you're going into the game of Sword Art Online from the world you're currently in? Alright. It's tricky. Given that, like, it's a game in a fictional universe, so, like, we already have a story based on the experience of that game. But if you're going into a version of Sword Art Online that is, like, separate from the continuity of the show, then yeah, you would be fine and safe. I'm just thinking of the whole, like, continuity of the show. It's like, eventually that game gets unplugged. You very well just take Dark Souls or Bloodborne. That's fine. I guess to, like, rephrase my question, to more explain my choice, if you got to choose a fictional universe as your version of the afterlife of heaven, this is your promised eternity for when you die. That's how I usually think of it, which is why I choose Animal Crossing, because that's essentially heaven for me. Do you become a different person or just a more capable version of yourself? I usually roll with you're just a more capable version of yourself. But for the sake of this question, let's go with you become a version of yourself that is appropriate for your choice. So if you choose Dark Souls or you choose Bloodborne, you would be capable of wielding the equipment and the things in that world, because that's the world you're in. I'm a little worried that, what might happen if the media gets people too riled up? That reminds me, have you guys covered the totalitarianism yet? Oh, Dungeons & Dragons is a fine choice. You don't get to carry over your experience points? I'm sorry, you don't. It's a governmental structure that unites its people under a single ideology and authoritarian control of the masses. Just live in Tom's game for forever, as are characters that became gods at the end of that one campaign, which seemed to be going well except for the fact that several of our characters have gone missing in that other campaign we played in that universe we made as gods. I know my character went missing. Yeah, it's 3:30. In theory, it brings the people together under one ideal. But it also means forcing ideals on people, assimilating the unwilling. And that's how wars get started. Alright, Splain-kun, here's a question. Where does totalitarianism take things a step further than authoritarianism? Oh my god, my mouth is shutting down. The correct answer is controlling public thought. I'm surprised you knew that. Yeah, a totalitarian government tries to control the culture, morals, and even thoughts of its people. To minimize dissidents, they try to assimilate everyone into one ideology. Even reading the room can be seen as a form of personal assimilation. You all do that too, right? I try to, though I'm not too great at it. It's not a bad skill to have. It could even help you survive the modern world. But you can't do it too much. If you make an echo chamber, then the people whose opinions differ might get hurt. You think you're still gonna be awake in 3 hours? You're gonna be a tired man. You don't want to have to learn how to roll around like an idiot when you know how to murder people with a sword. If you mean your real life experience, sure, you can bring that into wherever you're going. Maybe I should ask if I could borrow his notes. Ah, you must really be smart to be able to answer a question like that. I'd like to remind you all to keep a strong sense of self and an open mind, so we can disagree and still live in harmony. Guess class is almost over, that's it for today. Oh, I wonder.
鴨志田先生のことじゃない？鈴井さん絡みのあの話。
校長もセクハラのこと知ってたのに放置してたんだって。きっともみ消すつもり
You'll
なんだ
sleep
よ。
through all of
バレエ
Wednesday?
とかに口止めしてるって聞いた
That's
し。
what I stream
最
things.
悪。それで新島先輩を使ってるんだ。
What am I streaming tomorrow?
そうそう、生徒会長もグルだって噂。いい子ちゃんの顔してひどくない？
Oxygen not included,
新島先
yes.
輩も知ってた。
I might start the Super Mario World randomized crowd control. I'm trying to decide if I want to open with Gears Tactics and then move
ど
on
うい
to
うこ
that,
とですか、校長。
or just start with and roll with a lot of Super Mario World
私の計らい
randomized.
だよ広く情報を募れば調査がはかどるだろうと思ってね。それで例の件につながる話はあったかね。
何かあればこちらからお伝えします。
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
今はそれよりも囚人学園内に犯罪組織に脅されている生徒がいるようなんです。掲示を見た生徒から
Is
相談があ
720 too
り
much for you?
対策をお願いできませんか？
That's true, it's Wednesday right now. You've raised a very good
我
point.
が校の生徒に限ってそんな怪盗騒ぎで生徒が混乱してるとか困るんだよ、こんな時期に。
I will
ですが
counter with
現に相談が。
it's only tomorrow once you go to bed, so it's still Tuesday as far as I'm
君が
concerned.
解決してくれ。
はあ？論点が変わってませんか？
Your monitor
例
can't
の
do
件の
60 frames
調査
per
もあります
second?
し、
そうだ、ちょう
What's
ど
it
よ
look
かった
like?
じゃないか。やはり私の狙いが功を奏した。犯罪集団つながりだよ。その犯罪組織とやらの話を追えば怪盗の手がかりも得られるに違いない。
そんな無茶苦茶な。
Are we talking about your new monitors that you got?
仮に本当だ
Or
とし
like
てだ。
your laptop's monitor?
君は困っている生徒を見過ごす気かね。
それは
I was gonna say, if you got like your new monitor,
君のお姉
it
さん
has to
が
have the
君の立
appropriate
場だ
refresh rate to do 60 frames per second.
うまく解決するだろうね。私は君
Unless you
にとて
ordered a
も期
monitor
待してい
from
る。
the past.
いい報告を待っているよ。
You think that us in this world see other worlds and go, this one is the luxury I want. But if you were there, in another world, you feel like your idea of paradise would change. I don't know if that's necessarily the case for me. Like, I honestly do think that the Animal Crossing experience that I described, that is fine for me.
Into the wee hours of new ideas, the higher plane.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. Like, just a review. Don't have to worry about dying. Don't have to worry about injury. Everyone's super friendly. There's literally no like racism or sexism or anything in there. It is a beautiful utopia. Sex exists, food exists, video games exist, movies exist, television exists. There is fucking airplanes and trains. So I could travel if I wanted to. Not in my backyardism. Except that doesn't happen with all of the people in there. It's only via the player that happens. Which means if I am the player, I'm the only one that would be bringing the NIMBYism into the party. And they are completely incapable of reacting to it. They don't get mad. So that's still fine. That's still paradise. That's perfect. Aha, Krios, that's the thing. If you talk to your villagers, they talk about all of the foods they have eaten and that they eat here in this town. Which means, even though there's no way for us to do it via the gameplay, the implication is that the world still contains that food and we can still access it and eat it if we want to. Do I surrender my ability to boot out Crankies? I assume I'll still have the capability to boot out the Crankies. But it's not really Crankies I'm booting out, I'm just booting out people that aren't cute. Because I actually have I have O'Hare. O'Hare is a Cranky. O'Hare is one of my favorite villagers. I love him. He's great. So what kind of person would be a bigger target than Madarame? I wonder. Oh, Harris Smug, my apologies. I get those two confused sometimes. I guess it'd have to be someone who's the talk of the town. It's quite a vague prerequisite. Don't we have any more specific ideas? If one of your preoccupations is bullying people who you don't like the look of, hard pass for me. So, that's how I play Animal Crossing. As a game? If that were a place I was, I probably wouldn't do it, because those would stop being ones and zeros to me. Those would actually become, you know, my villagers. They would become my neighbors, my friends. So, I wouldn't bully them out of town if I was actually living there. But as a video game, I'm fine with it. They're not real right now. That's the only part that would change, is we would be shifting from it's a video game to this is my existence. That would change how I behave. Because at that point I'd be like, yeah, let's just fucking hang out and drink a beer, dude, let's do it. Don't we have any more specific ideas? An evil overlord, that's what you'd be looking for. You don't really know what you're doing in paradise? That's the thing, whatever you want. This ain't some kind of video game. Oh, but it is. Either way, we'll need a lead before we could begin anything. We'll just have to go look. Well, if only there was a big target just lying around for us. Like, you know how we are doing this whole isolation, no contact, quarantine experience here? And a lot of people are like, oh, I miss going outside, I miss going to stores, I miss going to work, I miss going to the movies, I miss being in large groups. I'm fine. Like, I hesitate to say that this is like a lovely experience because it is driven by the death of my fellow human beings and a large amount of human suffering and sickness. And it actually makes the outside world like a scary thing because this stupid virus would probably do a real number on me. But not having to like go out or go to a job or do anything specific is a delight. Like, I just want that experience all the time. I can do whatever I want. Like, I am working, quote unquote, but it's like the kind of work where it's not work for me. It's the do what you love and you never work a day in your life thing. Like, I like making YouTube videos. I like streaming on Twitch. I enjoy editing videos. I like making weird choices on like aesthetics and stuff. All of this is fun to me, so even though it's a job, it's the kind of thing where I like it. Like, this is fun. Yeah, having to do things stems from having needs you have to fulfill. And the joy of Animal Crossing is I would have no needs. I would only have wants, and I could follow a purely hedonistic lifestyle. Hey, tomorrow's field trip is to the TV station, isn't it? Maybe our next target will be a celebrity. There's a reason why I will never, like, even once try heroin. Because I'm probably the kind of person that would just be like, oh fuck, yeah, no, this is all we need. Same thing with like opium or morphine. We don't go near that stuff. Because that would be, oh boy. You're not saying you'd have a great life in a harsh game, but it would suit you. That's fair. When it comes right down to it for me, like, I am prone to chasing my most base of desires. Maybe our next target will be a celebrity. Finish Persona 5R and we'll have this conversation again. This is relevant. Wow, they must have really added a big twist to the ending, because given the normal vanilla ending, I don't know how this would wrap in. You'll see, alright, in like roughly 90 hours, I'll know exactly what we're talking about. Do you have time today? I was thinking I need to make good on our deal. No time like the present, right? We could start hammering those basics into you anytime. Well, neither of us will remember that we're supposed to have this conversation a second time. We can start hammering those basics into you anytime. This may be a good opportunity to strengthen my bond. Oh, hell yeah, let's do it. Good night, everybody. Well, good night, you, Pope. Sleep well, pleasant dreams. I'll see you tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably be wrapping things up in like 15 to a half an hour. How about we meet in Inokashira Park? Oh, sorry. I never know when this phone is actually working. Anyway, Inokashira Park, then I'll see you there. Not bad, Spleen Senpai. You're pretty flexible, and you cast on so fast. At this rate, you'll have the fundamentals down in a heartbeat. My body's aching just from mimicking Kasumi's poses. It's all about the harmony between the internal and external oblique muscles. I can't get enough of it. We're just getting started. Well, feisty, are we? I'm glad to hear it. Alright, only one note from that one. We might want to go with a different tactic with these. Expert level gymnastics are beautiful, but they demand a lot of stretching. Alright, let's continue. I stretch with Kasumi. I think that's enough stretching for now. Good effort, Senpai. And I'd like to continue our training, but I'm actually not doing so great at the moment. So I'm not sure I can manage anything too strenuous. You doing okay? Well, I'm not sick or anything physically. I'm doing perfectly fine. Do you remember how I said I wanted to talk to you about something? I've been feeling like I'm stuck in this slump. No matter how much I practice, I just can't get any better. I went to my coach about it, but she told me to take some time off from gymnastics. According to her, I need to think about who I really am. The idea is not to stop doing gymnastics, just she wants me to take a break. I see. I've never had an issue that practice can solve, but now I have no idea what to do. So, I want you to help me, Spleen Senpai. Even if we're not doing gymnastics, will you still keep going out with me? Oh, romantically? No problem. Thank you so much. I've heard my coach praising me. She says Kasumi's greatest weapon has always been her boldness. And honestly, that used to be true. I was totally fearless, confident. Gymnastics was a fun challenge. But ever since I started high school, I've been in a slump. I got taller for one, and there were some other complications. Kasumi's English voice actor is the Macrophage from Cells at Work. So I've only ever seen that subbed. Never saw the dub. But that's an interesting crossover role there. I can kind of see it. Yeah, it's the mommy nurse. The Ara energy. I guess she didn't really, personality-wise, have that. Valentine from Skullgirls. Alright, that is a voice I know. I do like Skullgirls quite a bit. I have a Skullgirls poster in my room. I can't move how I want anymore. Like it's not even my own body. I kind of fell into a depression. It got pretty bad. But when you helped me in Shibuya, something occurred to me. Oh, she does the Japanese... Wait, you're telling me this voice right here is Aqua? I never would have noticed. I'm gonna have to start listening for that right now. When I saw how fearless you are, how confident you are, I knew you were the right one for the job. If I stick with you, Senpai, I think I can learn to be confident again. Let's give it a try. You're a strange one, Senpai. I didn't think you'd accept. I'll try and return the favor through our deal. I can sense Kasumi's appreciation. Your faith, confidant, has increased a rank too. We can now avoid being surrounded by enemies in palaces. If a shadow attacks you head on in a palace, you will be able to avoid being surrounded by enemies and turn the situation into a normal encounter. Oh, excuse me. I should get going. I have a meeting with my coach. Alright, I could hear it. Like, I need her to talk more so I could really hear it, but I could hear it a little bit. I need to get going for today, but I'll make sure you don't regret this. Thanks to Kasumi's training, I feel like my stamina increased. Kasumi rushed off into the distance. I should gather up my belongings and head home. Thank you very much for joining me today, Splain, Senpai. Are you feeling sore after all that? You place stress on muscles that you don't use very often. Please remember to massage them before you go to sleep. But I'm so glad you accepted my request. I was so relieved, I suddenly got real hungry. Then my stomach wouldn't stop growling in my meeting. You did eat eventually, right? Yes, an extra large beef bowl with a soft-boiled egg, with pork soup, and a salad on the side. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Or maybe I just hallucinated that. Would have been nice to have a big meal like that, but since you're helping me out with it, I figure I should maintain my physical shape. Hope you can help me next time, Senpai. I'll be reaching out again soon. Well then, talk to you soon. Curious from Interview with Monster Girls? Now we're going to a TV station tomorrow, yeah? I'm thinking we might find our next target there. Yeah, that name doesn't immediately ring a bell. Interviews with Monster Girls. Curse. Agama got killed? Oh, Kurtz. Kurtz, not Curse, Kurtz. You say? Yeah, Kurtz. Kurtz didn't really show up very much. He's like a super minor character. Wikipedia says Kurz. Weird. It's probably supposed to be Kurtz. He's German. He was the little incubus guy. So what about Agama got killed? Mad Gomber? We're always hearing gossip about the dark sides of celebrities. You're absolutely right. Not a fan of Agama got killed? It was a little bit too on the torture porny side for me. I didn't finish that one. With that much money, they've probably got their fingers in all sorts of dirty business. That phrasing has quite the immoral ring to it. Dude, you always react to the weirdest stuff. You know, we get to observe a live recording of a show, right? You weren't a fan of how they killed off all the main characters except for 2 of them? Like, after about, like, the 4th or 5th episode, I was like, I think I see the experience here. They're going to take a character and make them the featured character, which means they're going to die at the end of the arc. And, like, that happened once. I was like, alright. Happened twice. Alright, that's exactly what's going on. It happened 3 times. Like, they're gonna go through all the characters. They're gonna be featured. You're gonna get attached. then they're gonna murder that character in like an over-the-top, torture porny kind of way, and then, you know, revenge happens. So that was a rhythm I wasn't terribly into. No judgment if you enjoy it, like, I could totally see the appeal, but really not for me. Maybe we're gonna be on TV. We'll just be in the crowd, remember? Any TV appearance will be for like 2 seconds. Like, once the pattern became rather apparent, it's like, I can't get attached to anybody. They're all gonna die. Try not to pull any fanciful stunts to garner attention, okay? Man, it's taking a while to get Sojiro ready for another rank. It's not Sunday. I guess we'll brew coffee?
Oi.
Get out of here. Shoo! Oh, they're killing me. Alright, these people won't leave. A lot of characters die poorly. Oh, a lot of them definitely die poorly.
Oh?
Including, like, very adorable characters that you're like, she's adorable. I want to keep her safe. Like, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna watch this show anymore. It's clear they will all go this way. Story about how the daily struggle of doctors working in an emergency ward. Like this guy, a person's life is valuable, no matter what they've done. No matter the circumstances, those doctors never gave up. We learned a thing or two about kindness by watching them. Well, it's starting to get late. Let's head to bed soon, okay? Damn it, game. Just let me choose to go to bed. So how did Gamma got killed come up anyway? Oh, there it is. Akami and Akami got killed. I missed that one line. Everyone knows that. Now we'll go with this is interesting. I love betraying the expectations of Ryuji at every turn. Amazing. But when Anne says it, we agree with her. You're right.
収録された映像は見せ場だけ切り取って放送時間の枠に収められるわけです。映像を番組用に編集する場所が編集室ってことになります。
おい、これいつまで続くんだ？
つか、そろそろ限界。
一体何なの？うるさくて仕方ないよ。おい。おっさん。
すみません。すぐ撤収させますから。
You run this place. Clearly, no, you don't run this place. You work here. You be aware this is happening.
くっそ、あのおっさん何様だよ。
君テレビ出てみたくない？
は？
君スタイルすげえいいからさ。
Yeah, it's just like a very downer kind of show.
今見学中なんで。
Which is fine. I enjoy a downer story from time to time.
君の連絡なら昼夜問わず大歓迎だから。は
あ。
Just not that one for some reason. It's too much, maybe.
下心丸出しじゃねえか。どいつも外見ばっかで腐った大人しかいねえのかよ。心引っこ抜いてやろうか、くそ。
でけえ声出すな。真面目な
I believe Krios is talking about the anime.
退屈なのはわかるけど、頼むか
Cause trouble if I
ら
wanna.
問題だけは起こさないでよ。
じゃまあ亀足体験してもらうね。ああ、カメラアシスタントってこと。カメラを移動させるときにケーブルが絡まないようにさばいて、そこの金髪くんでいいや。元気有り余ってるみたいだし、寂しけりゃ隣の彼もほらさっさとさばいて。
くそ、最悪だよ。
Interesting. A few more characters survive the manga.
ああ、めんどくせえ。テンション下がるわ。
We fought valiantly against the long cables.
頭くんな。俺ら逆だろ。なんで雑用やらされるわけ？
It's a school trip.
すっきりしねえ。便所行ってもすっきりしねえぞこれ。
Normally going to the bathroom makes me feel great.
まあ気持ちはわかるけど、お互い災難だったね。
こんなのが明日もあんのかよ。
サボるんじゃねえぞ、リュウジ。
But the result of coming to the television station is real
いい子ちゃん
good.
だろ。怪盗団も楽じゃねえな。
そういえば今日現地解散なんだって。日頃あんま来ない方向来たし、気晴らしにどっか寄って帰んない？
I think Pancakes is tomorrow or the day.
来るとき見えた
Oh, it's
でか
here.
いパンケーキみたいな場所。
Yeah.
なんだか美味しそう。なんだあれ。
Pancakey, baby.
ドームタウンか？丸いあれは野球場だな。あと周りは遊園地。
ビル街の真ん中なのに結構ガチな絶叫マシーンとかあるよね。
Maybe I'll make pancakes for breakfast tomorrow.
我が輩の男気見せてやる。
別に絶叫マシーン乗れたからって男気感じないけどね。
その前に猫乗れねえだろ。
そうなの？
カバンに閉じこもってりゃバレねえかもだが、絶対ゲロ酔いすんぜ。
Man,
けど
I didn't realize how much of a conversation it was since the word pancakes is said. Kechi was really listening in for a while.
我が輩、別にゲロ酔いマシーンじゃなくても。
失礼。その服、囚人の学生さんですよね。
何？
たまたま近くを通ったんで挨拶でもって。明日一緒に出演するから。ああ、僕明智五郎って言います。
明
Where's my
智？
coffee at Kechi?
出演？お前有名人なの？
何回かテレビに出させてもらっただけだよ。
あ、
ごめん、本当に通りかかっただけなんだ。もう行かないと。明日の打ち合わせなんだ。これからケーキ食べに行くのかい？僕もお腹空いたよ。お昼食べ損ねてさ。
あ？ケーキ？何の話だ？
ケーキ？
あれ？違ったかな？美味しそうなパンケーキとか聞こえたから、まあいいや。じゃあ明日スタジオで。
One of those situations where the person playing the game
あいつ
is totally aware of what just happened. It's like, come on, characters, be smarter.
何も分かってない。
Of course, we do learn later on that the main character was smarter. But come on, Ryuji, come on, Anne. The only person who said pancakes was the cat. A cat. How did that man understand the cat?
なあ、ゲロ酔いマシーンやめてケーキにしない？
ケーキ？
気分悪い。マジ酔った。
だから我が輩が言ったんだ。
お前こういう時だけ猫って言い訳。
Well, it does look like a pretty cool roller
そ
coaster.
んなことよりさ、お腹すかない？なんか食べてく？パンケーキとか。
明日もあるんだし帰ろうぜ。
さてと。
Alright, it's not Sunday, so we can't do that.
Yo.
She dies after murdering the Prime Minister? Man, if punching the Prime Minister is just using the restroom, what's murdering the Prime Minister mean?
書くか。
Well, alright. Considering that the next few things are slightly longer exchanges, I'd rather save those for next time as opposed to getting sucked in. So I'm gonna call it here. Let's see, next stream is tomorrow. Definitely gonna be doing some oxygen not included toward the end of the stream. As for the start of the stream, not 100% certain yet. I probably will do some more Gears tactics. And then I might start doing the Super Mario World randomizer with crowd control just to start it up and see what that's like. If we end up having a lot of fun with the Mario World randomizer and crowd control, we might just roll through the oxygen not included segment, but I imagine it'll be a lot of fun, but I'll be ready for a break after like 2.5 hours of that. So I'll probably do oxygen. Where are you? Oh, I'm on the right one. We'll go ahead and raid Cap and K. Yeah, no, that's not a very good way to go out there. And then, of course, the next late night Tipsy Whisper, where we continue our good Persona experience, will be Friday, starting around 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I guess technically means it's Saturday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll just say very late at night on Friday. That's the next Persona session. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for some Gears Tactics, some Mario, and of course, Oxygen Not Included.